Good morning, chess fans. We're coming back once again live from Estonia, where we're following the live action from Paul Keres Memorial in Pärnu, which is the summer capital city of Estonia. And this is essentially the sixth edition of the Paul Keres Memorial. And I don't think I really would have to go into a great detail who Paul Keres is, right? So obviously a very, very popular figure, not only in Estonia, but all over the chess world, because the great Estonian was arguably one of the greatest chess players never to become a world champion, but he was very, very close. So we are here to celebrate his legacy by following an open tournament, and your host as usual for the event, I'm Arturs Neiksans, together with Women International Master Margaret Tolde, and we're in for yet another great day.
Yeah, good morning, and definitely going to be exciting again.
So your expectations from today? It's round 7. We're going to talk about a bit about the format. Maybe you could make some short prognosis and pitch what's in for us for today.
I think maybe because it's going to be a double round, I think we're not really going to see any quick draws, which you might expect, maybe. But because there is a lot of people who want to get to the first place, I feel like there's going to be a lot of fights.
All right. Okay. You got it. And I think we are already getting it. But before we are jumping to the games, let me show you what this tournament is all about. The festival keeps evolving. As already mentioned, this is the 6th event in total. And the main event, which is a new system for this year, is the Classic Open Tournament, which is divided in 2 groups. There's 1800 plus the Tournament A, and there's the below 1900, which is Tournament B. And as I understand, Margaret, there was a very good reason to do that.
Yeah, I think the main reason is that it gives better chances for people to try to achieve their title norms, as you already get strong opponents from the, I don't know, second round even. So the average of the opponents is going to be higher.
Yeah, that's a very nice idea. And this is also the reason, of course, one of the main reasons why at least chess professionals are here. Of course, for the chess fans, probably it's the beautiful Pärnu city. But the prize fund is in total 16,000 euros, which has been increased from last year's 15,000. And the winner is going to walk away with 2,200 euros. Pretty nice prize fund. And I would say also what I'm very happy to see are those special prizes for the women, best Estonians, seniors, juniors, etc.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely something to, work for and fight for. And you can also see the difference between the first, second, and third place. So and you can really see why they would want to get the first place.
That's why there are so big fights, of course. And this is once again the schedule. We have approached Friday, and this is yet again the day of double rounds. Yesterday it was a bit easier for the players because they had the morning free. Now this is the morning round. The games already have started because we decided to make the coverage 1 hour already in when the round has started, so that we don't have to focus on the opening phase so much, and we can immediately report what we're seeing. And after round 7 is going to be done, there's obviously going to be the lunch break, and the players, once again, they're going to have to come back today for one more round.
Yeah, exactly. The round 8 starts at 4 o'clock Estonian time. We start at 5. And yeah, definitely after that, you only have one more round left. So it's not a lot of opportunities to, win the games, basically.
Yeah, by the way, yesterday, this was pretty much the first time I had the opportunity to walk in the evening in Pärnu. There's a very nice change to the city. There's this street that connects the supposed center to the hotel.
Yeah.
And it really reminds me of Jurmala. So we have in Latvia this tourist city, And there's the Yoma Street. I'm not sure you know that. It's very, very
haven't
famous in
been
Latvia, but
there
now it
for a long
seems in
time.
Pärnu it's also very, very similar.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cafeterias, amazing lighting, there's music. You
Exactly.
can see a lot of people sitting outside, dining. So it's very, very nice to see. And I thought I would definitely want to come here,
Yeah.
spend some time.
I mean, it's not that they call Pärnu the summer capital for
Sure.
no reason, right?
Sure. Yeah, but I hadn't really noticed, to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
this particular street, I was walking yesterday and I thought, wow, I want to come
They've done
here.
quite a lot of work on it recent years, so yeah.
Right. Very, very nice. All right. Anyway, we're in here for some chess. So that's why we're going to start, of course, with the leader fight. And the tournament situations are as follows. We have 4 leaders.
With 5 points out of 6.
Who are they?
They're Sebastian Bogner, Thomas Laurusas, Hagen Bach, and Nikita Meshkos. And they're all playing against each other.
So this is also a Grandmaster clash. It's inevitable. When you're playing an open tournament, there's a good prize money involved, and there's a pretty big difference. Like the first place is going to walk away twice as amount of money than the third place. Of course, you're going to see some clashes. And here, Bogner appears to have a pretty nice position after the opening. So what we're seeing is some sort of a Queen's Gambit accepted, I suppose, because the black pawn on d5 no longer stands. And what the Swiss Grandmaster is trying to do, he's trying to fix this pawn on c6 and the weakness on c5 as something he could exploit.
Yeah, exactly. So should we go back from the beginning? Let's see what opening it was. Because Thomas also had a very long game yesterday. We didn't have the chance to cover it until the end, but he did grind out the victory against Daniel Fischer. So
yeah, let's absolutely do that. So d4, d5, the Slav.
Yeah.
The Slav already has been the choice of the Lithuanian Grandmaster, and we talked about this the other day. Right now, his rating is 2500, so you would think that Sebastian, with the white collar and 50-point difference, he would be like a favorite. Yep. But just a couple of months ago, Laurusas was very close to 2600. He has had a pretty rough summer of several tournaments, so his actual strength, I think, is way higher than 2500. And I don't think the chess professionals, they're really looking at this rating so much. Yeah. So here we go. E3.
Yes, it's a different move order, yeah.
Yeah, there's probably some reason. I mean, normally I think they stop at knight f3 and knight c3. I'm probably not going to really bore you with the details, but I suspect that this particular move order, knight c3 and e3, is specifically directed against Laurusas' plan to play bishop f5 and e6, because this is what he already played against Valery Kazakowski. So the game continued like this, and black gets to play e6.
Yeah.
So I think that this is a pretty interesting move order. And after e3, if you play bishop f5, now you need to reckon with c takes on d5, followed by queen b3. And that's the difference. There are some immediate pressure because black probably cannot play queen b6, knight e5, a very key idea to make intermezzo check and white wins a pawn.
Yep. Okay, so instead he decided to go with the g6 plan.
Yeah, g6, and now comes knight f3. I would say that Bogner is very tricky. Yeah, and the impression I've had from following his games, at least so far in the tournament, of course I know him, like I think most of the chess professionals, we know each other more or less, that they exist, they're coming from this country, this is their approximate rating, etc. But following his games in the tournament, I have an impression that he's very good with openings. Yeah, like he usually gets what he wants in the opening phase. And now he is either forced or not Laurusas to go for bishop g7. And we have some sort of a Chebanenko setup with a6 on the board. I think the idea is to play d takes, b5, and c5.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess the question is, are you going to protect against it, or are you going to allow it?
Right.
He's ready to allow it, yeah? At least for now.
Yeah, this h3 is, yeah, it's some modern trend, and many openings White really loves to include this h3. You would think that why not b3 bishop b2, why not bishop d2 rook c1, white's h3, but maybe he's just waiting for black to define the setup. Of course, there's the idea to stop bishop g4, bishop f3, but Stockfish mostly likes this move h3 in most Queen's Gambit decline positions, so there you go. All right, d takes b5 and knight e7. I would say a very brave choice, because if this pawn gets fixed on c6, then black could face long-term problems. And there you go. b4 is immediately played by Bogner.
Yeah, so that's against black's c5 idea, yeah?
Right.
And now you kind of need a new plan.
Mm-hmm.
Your pawn is probably staying on c6, at least for now. I mean, you can try to go a5 at some point, but okay, it's maybe not immediately. And then it's the question, what are you doing with your light squared bishop with black and the c6 weakness?
Yeah, so also a pretty important point here is that after a5, white doesn't have the a3. So the pawn on c6 remains a target, and let me just show you some random move order. If this would happen, I think that, I'm not sure, is it bishop b2 or rook b1, Bogner would be very happy about this, because now white has a very nice pressure against the pawn on c6, so ideally something like double their pieces at the c file, maybe put knight e5, bishop f3, apply very serious pressure here. Potentially also maybe in some scenarios you can put the knight on c5 and make it work. But this a5, I think, is a very critical idea before white is able to do it. And I'm a bit puzzled that Larushas has not yet played it. And this probably suggests that there's another idea. And I'm thinking, maybe he's thinking about knight e5 first.
Okay, so I have to do something concrete, yeah? I don't think I really want to take it, so...
Yeah, this is about
Just-
symmetrical
yeah,
position.
fine.
I mean, it's definitely playable,
Yeah.
like maybe some a4, or again, some ideas to get the knight on c5, but maybe
Can
queen
also-
b3.
Yeah, queen b3. Just protect the b4 pawn, protect my knight.
So now again, you can play either the same idea, or perhaps try to somehow play for the weakened light squares.
So that my queen is maybe not the best placed on b3
Right.
at some point.
So it's not like here a5 is the only move. And also the question is what Bogner has prepared against a5, because again a3 is not there.
Yeah.
Is it really some bishop a3?
That looks a bit weird
It
from the
looks
first
weird.
glance, yeah?
It looks weird.
But if it works, it can work.
Then it works, yeah, like he is controlling this diagonal, because the bishop on c1 doesn't do anything, yeah? So takes, and what is this? Yeah, let's say knight b6 and knight e5, but now I control this square. And if I get some moments, let's say I get to play a4, probably I have to find a better timing.
Okay, we'll exchange everything. Yeah.
If I get this, that's the dream position for white. That's a long-term problem.
Yeah, and white has no weaknesses at all.
Yeah, we usually call it a one-pawn island against two. It's actually not an island, it's a mainland.
Yep.
That's the mainland, and here
One tiny island. there,
one
yeah.
tiny island that is uninhabited. So, all right. So, pretty big decision. Let me maybe also show you the players.
Points.
Hope the camera is going to work today.
Okay.
Let's see in a moment.
Some time to load, but because we have the camera with first two boards.
So you can see Larochas is sitting with a black color on the right corner. He's with a dark shirt. The opponent is gone. By the way, a pretty common scene for competitive chess. Like I remember very vividly my first experience when I was 10 years old. I think I was 10 years old, and I was born in a small town, Valka, which is border town to Latvia and Estonia, Valka, Valga, twin cities. And I think it was in 1993, in Valka, there was the Latvia-Estonia 100 board match. And this I would find out later. Like I checked this, I checked the results, and I think it was 1993 because I was 10 years old and I don't remember much. But I remember that my chess coach brought me to the cultural center of Valka, where there's some grandmasters playing, and I think there was Shirov playing, and maybe Elvest, maybe Lembetol. I don't remember who was playing at the time.
But they were big names at that
The
point.
very big names. And they were playing at the top board, and none of the players were sitting at the board. And the clock was ticking. And I remember this memory very clearly. Like I was being 10 years old, and my coach had told me, you never ever get up away from the board. You always sit at the table. And I was like, how is this possible? They're not there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to lose on time, etc. So anyway, this is a pretty common scene at professional chess and classical chess. People tend to get up and just stretch the legs.
Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't mean that they're not thinking about their game. So.
Oh yeah, they're thinking. Yeah, they're definitely thinking. I mean, we talked about this, I think, the other day, is that they are the sitters and walkers, mostly if you would classify the players. And yeah, it's very common. You take the game with you, you are walking and you're seeing what else is happening. And also, this would be like my experience. When I'm starting a game, my concentration level is like, I don't know, 50%. Like it's like, okay, I'm obviously looking for some moments, but the opening phase, even if you play inaccuracies, not much is happening. So I'm like very, very loose.
Yep.
And then as the game progresses, I get more and more concentrated into the game. And also, as you can see on the left corner, that's Hagen Poich.
Who's also thinking,
Yeah, he's thinking. We're going to get to that game shortly. He's playing against Nikita Meshkov. Nikita also is somewhere stretching his legs. And yeah, the pace is a bit slower, of course, compared to some speeches.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, they have the time to figure it out, which, I mean, they are using it, and correctly, I guess, So,
yeah, pretty big decision. I actually like this 95, 96, maybe even 96 immediately. So I think that Lavrusas has to figure out how big of a weakness is this in the long run. Like, does he play for dynamics? Or does he play for the pawn on b4, be gone?
Yeah, so I guess it also kind of depends on what is his feeling going into the game, Would he be fine with trying to be more solid, or does he want a really big fight?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think from my experience, it really depends on the player. But I try not to confine myself. Before a game, I want to get a draw.
Yeah.
Or I want to be solid. Maybe I have a choice, play a bit sharper continuation and more solid continuation, and then basically see what happens. So why this is, by the way, such a good idea not to confine yourself and put yourself in a box. Because I have done this before. Imagine this. You're playing against nominally stronger opponent, and I'm talking about ELO, much higher rated opponent. You're playing with a black color, and you think, draw is good. Like, draw is a great result. And suddenly, you're playing the game, your opponent misplays, or you're the one who's playing a great game, you have a really great position, and the opponent offers a draw. And if you have put yourself in the box that draw is good, then it's very difficult to get outside of this box, because you start to think, am I really going to beat the guy? Yeah. Like, he's so good. Draw is good. I mean, this is my preferred result for the game. So that's why I try not to do that. Just play where the game takes you. And we don't really know about Lavrusas. What's his plan here? Yeah,
for sure. But let's leave him thinking. Let's see what happens on the second board, where Hagen was also thinking when we saw him. Okay.
So, yeah, Hagen, the way we have been following his progress in the tournament, he always left me an impression that he preps seriously.
Yeah.
This impression formed from his game against Reinis Paikens.
Yeah.
We saw that he played the Trompovsky. He repeated the line that Nikita Meshkov, actually he's today's opponent, he had played against Reinis in the Latvian Championship.
Yep.
And also against Savita.
Yep.
He had a very nice prep, and he usually plays out things very quickly. So Nikita knows this, obviously.
Sure.
Yeah. So he's following it, and he has chosen the Sicilian Sveshnikov. A very ambitious choice.
Yeah. But also Hagen was prepared really well here, right? It looks like this is the first thing that he's probably taking.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very sharp and principled fight. So I think that the way the players have played it out, it's a free result game. What we're seeing also is that Nikita already has spent half of his time, and this is move 15. So he was probably trying to recall some of the prep. So let's maybe step back a bit and understand, yeah?
Let's do that. 4, C5, yeah.
Yeah, the big debate. Play d4 or not play d4. The Sicilian Sveshnikov is now a household name at the highest level of chess. Magnus Carlsen, Fabiano Caruana, some other best players in the world, they're playing this. And the reputation is this is a very good system. And that's why there are more and more players, and I would have to probably go back to the World Championship match 2018, Magnus Carlsen against Fabiano Caruana. The Sveshnikov was a huge topic, and of course ever since it also has exploded at the highest level. It already was popular at the time, but more and more people are playing the Rossolimo, Bishop b5, and I still very clearly remember my discussions with Yevgeny Alinovich Sveshnikov, the father of the Sveshnikov system. He was playing for Team Latvia for many years. He was living in Riga, and he once told me that he believes that the Rossolimo is the strongest way to meet the Sicilian Sveshnikov. Okay. Yeah, so I think it definitely carries a lot of weight. So he is the one definitely who knows quite a bit about the Sicilian Sveshnikov since he was one of the grandmasters who invented it. And here's the big idea, d6. So black plays very aggressive. The d5 square is weakened, but the practice has proven that after bishop g5, black is completely fine. And that's why knight e5 is the modern trend.
Okay. Now, where are you putting your knight?
Two choices, knight b8 or knight e7. Knight b8 is the more traditional move. Knight e7 is the alternative. Both are good. A4 is one of the modern moves. B4. So the big idea, I gotta confess, I don't remember all the nuances here. White here has like a million choices, and B4, I think it's one of the sidelines. But ultimately, white wants to go for some queenside advancement. Yeah, so white wants to play something like bishop e3 at some point, get to those weaknesses. The knight goes to c4 and tries to exploit something at a queenside. And there's, of course, the idea that black will play a6 and a5. But that's the thing. It's not really clear if black is very happy about it. Because now in some lines, what was it? I'll try to remember. I think it was, I could be wrong. I think it was something like this, and then white gets to exploit the weakened b6 square. Okay, let me maybe check the engine. I don't really remember. Maybe it was b takes. I somehow remember that knight c4, a5, and knight b6 was an issue. Or perhaps it was bishop b5 and then b takes and a5. Anyway, this is of course very big theory, and it's super popular line, at least at the professional level. So Nikita decided to ignore it. A5. Now the knight goes here. There's a threat, actually, if you're careless. Bishop e3 hits the pawn, a6, and bishop b6. So you have to be a bit careful, followed by knight c7.
Exactly.
Actually, Engine says it's fine. Maybe I'm just mixing up some lines.
But the idea still exists. So,
Yeah. It still exists. Bishop f5. Again, black typically wants to play something like f5, maybe f4, go for a king set attack. Bishop f5 is also looking reasonable. I really don't recognize this position, but there's a clash of styles. Like once again, white goes for the queen side, and black is gonna push those king side pawns somehow.
But white wanted to keep his pawn on c2, yeah, because another, like, if you just think logically, oh, well, maybe I want to go at some point c4 if I was trying to do some queen side attack, but it looks like the c4 square is more important for the knight. Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, no, I think you're right. Like, ultimately, that is the idea. So you want to play c4, c5.
Yeah,
But then the knight on a3 doesn't make any sense.
exactly.
And maybe there's some positions when you can put the knight on c3, knight a4, bishop e3. I believe it's a bit different. But there's so many systems, so I'm not sure what's actually the difference. So let's just put it this way. I think that white still wants to get the knight on b6 perhaps,
Yeah.
and then play
Then
c4.
decide, yeah.
And maybe there's some alternative ideas like bishop a3, b5, and get to the pawn on d6. So I'm not 100% sure,
Okay, yeah.
right? So there also could be some inspired ideas with f4. Try to get to these pawns. But this rook c7, it seems that Poch quite doesn't recognize this move. Because he was playing very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
opening
think he had
phase.
130 until this point. So.
Yeah. And there might be some queen c8 threats already here.
Yeah, this thing, how are you, or like, what are you doing with your knight? Okay. So let's say the bishop e3, the move that we wanted to make anyways. Now queen c8 is already a question that, I mean, you don't want to go back to a3, so...
Yeah, that will be a strategic disaster. But
Yeah.
even though maybe, you give up the pawn, but
Yeah.
even though you might play c4 and these pieces are not that well positioned, and I suppose tactically this doesn't work. Yeah, I just take it.
Take the pawn and...
Although I might sacrifice the pawn if you're like being very open-minded and then take over the c file and crash through at rook c7.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think it works.
Yeah, it's too slow. Okay, so if I'm not going bishop a3, I will maybe keep the square for my knight if I really need to put it there.
Yeah, that's a valid point. I'm looking also there could be knight e3. I'm not sure that the knight belongs here. And let's say bishop g6, play c4.
Okay, Oh, something was played, but
Yeah,
here also I would...
he played a 4. I'm about to address it, but I think this position also is very difficult to understand. Like, okay, I see the engine really loves it. And maybe there's some concrete ideas with c5.
Yeah.
Look at this, yeah?
Because I need to do something, otherwise I'm coming with the kingside pawns as well with black, so...
Right. But let's tell you this. I have studied some Sveshnikov from black's perspective. And I think that to play like this with the white color, you need to be really good. Because for black, it's very easy. It's like some King's Indian defense. Like you just storm at a king's side. It's very easy for you. And I know that in most positions, Stockfish says white is better. White is better. But I have played this in online many times. All the players confuse things all the time. So I think that you're playing this with the white color. This is a very good setup for classical chess. You need to have really steel nerves to understand that at the king's side, the engine says there's nothing. Because let me just show you some lines, like let's say f4, just randomly. F4, knight c4, knight f6. I'm going to maybe play here, 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 here. So Stockfish says, yeah, it's like nothing. You have like +1. Yeah,
but
plus
you have
1.
to do something fast and concrete, yeah?
Yeah. So this is not super obvious. So for black, again, it's very straightforward. And that's why Poch decided not to go there.
Yeah.
And he played a 4, and I was looking at his f4 idea. Engine says it's a mistake.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really go as far and say it's a mistake because there's some concrete ideas.
It has a lot of logic, yeah.
Yeah, so it could work.
And, I mean, you probably don't want to take it with black, then I will get my bishop out, and you have to deal with your d6 pawn. But then again, yeah, fe probably is a threat already, so the bishop is hanging as well, so...
I suppose we would have to start with some forcing moves first.
Okay, let's try.
So takes. The bishop in f5 is indirectly hit.
Mm-hmm.
You see, now suddenly white is doing pretty great.
First I think, how can you protect both of them?
Maybe you can't. And if I play knight f6?
I mean... Okay, some... Bishop to 6 is maybe a bit
I don't
too
know.
much, or...
I don't know if you can... Yeah, because then the pawn on b4 is under attack.
Yeah.
And if you take it here, it's the same issue. Okay, I'm probably missing something. Yeah, like I'm not even sure if this bishop d6 is such of a big threat. Maybe white just suddenly switches to idea of knight a3, plays c4, and what are you doing here?
Yeah, there's no kingside attack anymore, so...
Yeah, but you see, engine still likes it. That's why these positions are so complex. Yeah, maybe knight e4, bishop f6, and black is just fine. I wouldn't really pay too much attention to the fact it's to the question mark. Like it could be perfectly normal move.
What if I do a weird... Okay, it's a bit weird move, but like I'll go f6. I'll protect everything, and then I will see what happens next. Because if you now take, I can take with the f pawn, and my bishop is protected as well. But like, it's not a pretty move, but
yeah,
I'm not forcing anything immediately.
Yeah, it's maybe a move. It's definitely a move. I'm a bit concerned about the bishop. Yeah, like sure. I would understand that takes. You keep the status quo, and the bishop is not protected.
Yeah.
And then you want to bring out the bishop here, some bishop g6, bishop f6 maybe.
Yeah, but we're not playing checkers.
Yeah, and if white doesn't take, then what the bishop is doing here?
Yeah. There might even at some point be some very concrete g4 ideas. My bishops are feeling sad to lock it
completely.
Yeah.
I think that f6 is not a very common move, but we cannot discard it completely. Yeah. I think more common is black somehow takes on f4 and activates the pieces. Also, you would have to check queen c8. I don't think it's gonna work. Is it not gonna work?
Because take, yes.
Yeah, no, the bishop is under attack. I thought I can take with the knight, but I blundered knight b6. Yeah, I don't think it's good. That's pretty bad. Okay, so there's no queen c8.
Yep.
e4 might be the g4.
Yeah, and now my bishop is... I mean, it's crap, yeah.
Most likely. So it's pretty easy to discard some lines. Actually, no e4, no queen c8. E takes f4 is a move.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we're left with now. Like,
pretty sure there could be something else.
Do you want to sacrifice it? Or...
Hard to tell. Like, there could be even an inspired g6 here. Like, I'm not ruling anything out. Like, I'm protecting the bishop. g4 is going to be bishop e4. You're not trapping my bishop.
I'll take,
And then I take with the knight. And take. And there's some attack. And there might be some exchange.
Sacrifices,
yeah, sure. Like, but what I'm saying is, like, there's many choices here.
Yeah, okay.
So the game is heating up, and I think that Nikita responded.
Oh, bishop
e4.
Okay, so kind of a similar idea to the...
That's a great move.
Yeah.
That's a great move, and the question is, did Poch saw it?
I guess we will see.
Yeah, like, I think that somehow I would not anticipate this move. Like, I think I would anticipate e takes and f4 more, and bishop e4 followed by f5.
Because you feel like the bishop is a little bit loose there, right? Like, okay, the issue is you can't actually attack it, but like after f5 with white, you can't actually get to the bishop. You don't
Right.
have enough pieces to attack it.
All right, we are gonna check it, and Voyage is gonna think about his choices. He still has extra half an hour on the clock.
A lot of time.
A lot of time. We are gonna move on to the board number 3.
Yeah.
One of the surprise authors of the tournament, Denis Andriashkin.
Won a nice game with black yesterday against the Armenian Grandmaster, so having a very good tournament so far.
Right. And also he was doing really well against Sebastian Bogner.
Yep. And
So,
then
for
time
the-
trouble got to him,
Yeah, yeah. Then he misplayed things, but at some point I actually thought that Bogner, with the white color, he was in trouble.
Yep. We thought,
So Andriashkin was playing really well. He was a bit lucky in the endgame against Daniel Kopilov, if I remember correctly. He was being pressed, but Kopilov
oh yeah.
missed
Just
the
to let
fortress
the
idea.
fortress. Yep.
But mostly Andriashkin has been playing very nice.
Because he also crushed, I think, the Kostov. Like, it was a really nice game. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what is this?
Started with some really weird move order. That's
Some
what I saw. in the
King's
playing hall.
Indian attack. Kazakowski has the queen on a5, bishop on g4 and g6. I have never seen this move order in my life. So most likely he's just trying to steer the opponent out of the opening
Yeah.
so that he can rely on his middle game skills.
Yeah, which makes sense.
All right.
Do we go from the beginning?
Yes.
It's not like there's been a lot of moves, so
All right. Let's do it.
Yep.
Knight f3. I really like Andriashkin because he plays the Reti. I like everybody who likes the Reti. So it's a very nice system.
yeah. I might be wrong, but I think he's a King's Indian player with black as well, so which would make a lot of sense.
All right. Knight c6, bishop g2,
G6.
g6. So there's like million setups that black can play. Black can play e5, black can play d5, black can play knight f6. Black doesn't even have to do all of this.
Yeah.
All right, g6 and c3.
This was the move order I saw, and I was, intrigued, I guess.
Yeah, so c3, I think it's a start of some symmetrical Grunfeld. It doesn't look like it just yet. But the point is, if black plays bishop g7, d4, the threat is d5, takes, and if black plays d5, these symmetrical positions from black's perspective are incredibly difficult to win. So I think this probably contributed to Kazakowski immediately start to look for something offbeat.
Yeah. Discussed it.
Yeah.
Inspired by Toivo.
He's inspired by Toivo Kane, and he already played twice in the previous rounds, queen a4 once, followed by queen a5. And the funny thing is that Kainanen is sitting right next to Kazakowski, and he's probably coming next to Kazakowski. He's like, oh, my man, yeah, queen a5, look at that. Somebody appreciates my ideas. So the point, of course, is d4, c takes. This is impossible.
Yeah.
The pawn is pinned, and that's why for white, playing d takes and knight takes on d4, this is probably a legal idea. But the point is, black will be able to fight for the center.
Yeah, probably wanted to go c3 in order to take it with a pawn. Yeah. So, yeah.
So that's why short castle. Now white once again brings d4 on the table. Black plays knight f6, and here comes the small surprise.
He could have gone d4.
He could have done it. He didn't do it. He played rook e1, threatened to play e4. Kazakowski responded with d5, expecting d4 to be played, and now came d3.
Okay.
I like it. It's a really nice idea, because I think that he wants to play knight e2, e4, or even e4 immediately.
Yeah. The rook e1 makes sense for that, so.
Right. And after bishop g4, knight d2. I would say that Andriashkin has fooled a bit Kazakowski, because he played this c3 setup, gave a clear intention. He wants to play d4, and black played queen a5, and there was no d4. So Kazakowski was avoiding these symmetrical positions.
Yeah.
And now white just goes for the king's in an attack position, where the queen on a5 is weird, and the bishop on g7 perhaps is not the best setup,
Yeah.
especially with bishop g4. I would definitely rate white's chances higher here.
Yeah, and you're also quite a few tempos up, right? Black still needs to at least somehow like finish his development. Bishop g7 castles, and you can already try to do like, I mean, go e4 as your plan was, I guess.
Right. Knight e2 also is an idea to substitute a knight on f3. So bishop f3 is going to be knight f3. I'm not sure what that changes. And here, Kazakowski is not playing bishop g7 just yet, because I think he suspects that h3 is going to happen. And now you have no good squares to retreat with the bishop.
And you don't want to give it away if white can take it with a knight, probably.
I suppose he's going to have to.
I mean, yeah, if you already went there, but it's not like he's going to be super happy about it, probably.
Yeah, but these positions can be really unpleasant for black. I know this because I have played way too many kings in attack games. And the threat is, let's say black tries to be solid, plays e6. This is a nightmare. Like,
I've seen those positions as well.
Right. d4, h4, you go for an easy king set attack. These positions can escalate very quickly. And black is having some major problems because of weakened dark squares. So if you don't do that, you play d takes on e4, d takes on e4. I still want to play e5 and e6. Disrupt your pawn structure. You play e6, I play e5 anyway.
I probably don't want to go e5 myself.
You play e5, this is looking like a giant broccoli in the middle of your front teeth, right? So white's going to play bishop g5, take it, and simply dominate the light squares. Now it's the light squares. That's because the pawn stands on c5. And this is, by the way, where I've been scoring a lot of points from the white's perspective, very often against unsuspecting players from black's side. Black is like putting the pawns on c5 and d5. He's thinking, oh, I'm doing great, I'm going to figure it out. No. Actually, this can be really unpleasant. Queen and a5 doesn't help.
For sure. And that's actually why Valeri has made kind of a smart move, I guess, or at least he's trying to make a smart move.
Okay, he is slowing down e4.
Yep.
Maybe he wants to preserve the bishop. That's what he wants to do. This is why he played rook d8, so that he can preserve the bishop. So h3, he wants to put the bishop here. Also, maybe slow down e4. So white is still going to go here.
Yep.
And if there's going to be bishop g7, white's going to play e4. And maybe now there's some positions when black can take it, and this bishop is guarding the critical e6 square. Like e5, not e5, and there's no e6.
There's no, at least for now.
This is smart. I think it's a very, very smart play by Kazakowski.
Yeah.
So very often at the GM level, you're like very actively thinking about your opponent's ideas. And I think he knows that, I mean, it's pretty obvious that white's going to play e4.
Yeah.
There's going to be kings in an attack position, and what's the best setup for it? But here's, again, the funny part. Maybe white doesn't have to do all of those things.
Okay, so do we find another plan? I mean, you can still go queen c2 without h3 immediately.
Right. I mean, I could do that, but what I'm always recommending is always have a fresh look at the position. Like, it's so important you don't get fixated on your idea, and remember the principle that every single move opens some doors and closes some other doors as well. So I'm having a fresh look at the position, and I'm thinking black is a bit underdeveloped.
Yep.
So he's clearly anticipating my e4, and of course I could play e4, I could play h3, etc. But I'm also seeing that the the black king is a bit stuck in the center.
Yeah.
So what kind of
two moves? Yeah.
Yeah, it's two moves. So what kind of ideas does it give to you?
Well, I would try to exploit it somehow immediately. Go.
But what would be your logic? Like, he's stuck in the center. Open the position. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm thinking, can I play b4?
Some sacrifice immediately.
Yeah. I mean, I'm seeing the king is there.
Yep.
Why not? So the point is, C takes on b4, C takes on b4. The bishop doesn't defend the pawn on b7.
Okay.
If you play queen b4, very obvious. Like,
Yeah.
I think any GM is going to drop
Yep.
this line very
Yep.
quickly. Like, looks pretty dangerous.
So take with a knight.
Take with a knight. And I might just continue in the same manner, you know. I might just play either rook b1 or queen b3. And now, when I'm looking at this position from the black's perspective, I'm not sure if rook d8 and bishop g4 really contribute the position, right?
Yep.
So that's why, okay, maybe not queen b3, maybe it's actually rook b1. I would very seriously look at this.
Yeah.
So the pawn on b7 is kind of loose, and black has probably the safe choice to play bishop g7.
Give the pawn back, or
I could win it back. I could also include knight e5.
yeah.
Yeah, knight e5, hit the bishop on g4. But okay, let's for the sake of argument, let's play queen b3. I think queen b3 is a bit more aggressive, and queen b7.
Yeah.
And you still cannot castle.
Exactly. The knight is hanging.
The knight is hanging, and suddenly the game has its own pace. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, is that Kazakowski is like being very concrete against white's idea e4, but he opens some doors, he closes other doors, and maybe there is a room for Andriashkin right here.
Yeah.
And this is where your chess skills come into play. So, are you fixated on your idea, or you are going to carry out your original idea? So we are going to see. I think Kazakowski himself would definitely maybe sense this moment that there's something here. The question is Andriashkin going to be able to pick it up?
He played h3, which I think makes a lot of sense from like a weaker opponent's side, because b4 is something super aggressive. It's just possible that he didn't even think about it, because we were talking about the approach earlier. You're playing against the Grandmaster, you want to be solid.
Yeah.
You've done nothing wrong, so like those are the logical moves. You just don't even think about some sacrificing ideas.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, h3 is again a completely normal move.
Yep.
Yeah, he is carrying out what he intended. But now the thing is, you see, with the move bishop c8, now your b4 idea disappears.
Yeah, because b7
That's what I was telling.
Yep.
Like in this very specific position, like I would say, oh, since black is spending so much time to counter my idea e4, always keep a very open mind about what's happening on the board. And what's been helping me for many years is that I'm able to formulate what's going on. Yeah, like I see you're stuck in the center. I have to open up the position. What are the options? Oh, there's b4. So this b4 move might not be even possible because of the queen standing on c7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's chess is hard.
Exactly.
Chess is hard. Okay, h3, still good.
Yeah.
Still good.
Okay, Valery is thinking. Maybe he's just not on the board. We can't see that, but because bishop c8 seems like a move that he would make,
Definitely.
like relatively fast, right? Yeah.
He's going to play bishop c8. Otherwise, rook d8, I don't think it really makes sense, because if he would take on f3, okay, he slows down e4, but it doesn't really solve the problems of the incoming e4, e5 threats. So I think he's just double checking right now.
Yeah.
He was ready for h3. So bishop c8, and what happens after that?
Okay, so do we leave him thinking? Let's move on, or
Yeah, let's absolutely continue observe, because we have so many interesting, exciting games.
yep.
Toivo Keinonen, board number 4.
That's a lot of action.
Oh yeah, this game I saw before the broadcast, and Keinonen already has sacrificed a piece for 2 pawns.
Yeah.
In a very bold fashion.
Yep.
And I thought this is a bit crazy. Yeah, like I could not believe that it can be done. And then we checked the database, so we're going to talk about it in a moment. This has been played before.
Yeah, he did not invent it by himself. Maybe I don't know whether he has seen any of the games that have been played, or he was, sometimes you're just pressing the buttons on ChessBase, you find something, oh, that's actually kind of cool, kind of interesting. And then you wait for the right moment to execute it, and he was thinking, maybe that's the time, yeah?
Yeah. Maybe this is what happened. So, this is the position. Looks like a big mess on the board.
For sure.
There was knight b5, threatening win the pawn, threatening trade the queens, give a fork on c7.
Yeah.
So let's get back a bit.
Yep.
g3. Okay.
think Toivo has started with G3 already in this tournament, so...
I think the G3 itself, it's not a bad move, but it very often transposes.
Yeah.
So if you play D5, I think I'm going to play the Reti, the Knight of 3, because D5, E5, all due respect to the all G3 fans, I just don't think it's a very good idea to give away the center for no fight, especially if you're playing with white. And if E5, there's going to be C4. This is what Toivo played against Savita, if I remember correctly, and there was this Queen A4 move we discussed before. So C5, Bishop G2, D5 is a bit different, because I will be able to play Knight F3 and stop Black from grabbing the center. And if Black plays E5, I play C4, and then you have a problem with the pawn on D5.
And Black would not
Weakness in
be
D5.
able to do D5 anyways
Right.
himself.
So Knight C6, C4, some English opening, Bishop G7, Knight F3. Again, it's very fluid. It can easily transpose to some D4 setups, to some Marozzi bind positions. Black played E6. This is a pretty popular setup. Black wants to put the knight on E7 and always keep a close eye on the D4 push. So if you play knight F6, you have to understand there might be D4, knight E4, and eventually white might even play E4 with the Marozzi bind.
Yep.
Which is a pretty popular setup from white. So E6 is pretty normal.
Yep.
Now comes H4, threatening H5.
Yeah.
And here comes the shocker. H5 and knight G5.
Yep. So he did this very straightforward. He just gave away the piece.
And I think Kopilov was out of the book.
For sure. Because I think we checked the database and it was like H5 was already very rare. H4 was played still quite a bit of games, but then there were different ideas. And Bishop F4 ideas. And
So this is not forced, like Bishop D2, Queen C1, I think is one of the
was one
ideas.
idea. Bishop F4 was an idea. So yeah, H5 was definitely not any of the main moves.
And this has been played by Grandmasters before, right?
Yeah, there was actually some game like in 1978, I think.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
1978.
So there is a game, a Romanishin against Tribli.
And those are very good
Yeah,
Grandmasters.
some really good grandmasters, very high rated, especially during that time.
They're
this is-
world-class players, yeah.
Yep. So this was a game where Black won after F6.
F6, yeah?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
F6, and then White went, I think, Bishop E3, and then D6, H6, Bishop F8.
Yeah,
And,
okay,
yeah,
it's a
just-
mess, yeah.
Exactly.
All right, but I don't know, I still feel like a piece is a piece.
That makes sense.
And the top engine choice here is Bishop E5,
Yep.
which I think it's a bit weird move.
Mm-hmm.
With some Bishop E5, if you play F4, F6. Okay, that's if you don't know this, and I don't know what it does. Like takes here, some crazy imagination here from both sides is necessary.
Yeah.
So Queen A5 was played. Attacking the knight.
Yeah.
Queen D2. D6 is a mistake, actually.
Well,
It looks a very human move. Maybe this was part of Toivo's plan. H6, Bishop E5, F4, and knight B5. So it seems that Kanan knew. He knew, obviously, he knew the trick. You don't randomly play this over the board. And
Sure.
he knew that D6 is a mistake.
yeah. Or he probably has like played around different move orders there, seen what are also the most human moves. Yeah, because okay, you can see what computer wants to play, but if Black had never seen the position, you would more probably want to see what the person would actually like more human ways play this.
Right. All right. I think we're gonna make a very, very short break, and then maybe after the break come back and check a bit more closely what is this mess all about. So the viewers, we're still following the live action from the 6th Paul Keres Memorial here in Pärnu, Estonia. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Write your comments in the chat. So we're gonna be back after a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, the viewers. We are continuing our coverage from the 6th Paul Keres Memorial that is being held in Pärnu, Estonia, which is essentially the summer capital city of this amazing country. And Paul Keres, of course, is a huge chess legend, not only in Estonia, but all over the world. The main event of the festival is the A tournament. Right now, round 7 out of 9 is being played. The game's already well underway, and your hosts, I'm Grandmaster Arturs Neiksans with Women International Master Margaret Olde, and we are going to continue right where we left.
Exactly. We left it in a mess. Let's try to solve the mess.
Let's solve the mess. That's a really great way to put it. And we left the game before the break of Toivo Keinonen against Daniel Kopilov, this crazy piece sacrifice in the opening. Apparently it was played, and now I'm seeing there's a very interesting choice by the young German to trade the queens, ignore the fork on c7 and play f6. So this is something very concrete.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, we can maybe go like 3 moves back, because see how they exchanged the queens. We left it, I think, after some knight b5.
Yeah, maybe once again, let's just put it here. There was this h5, maybe even go here. h5, knight g5, bishop g5, queen a5, and d6. So this is the mistake. The point is h6, black played bishop e5, another mistake, followed by f4. It's not actually super clear why not bishop takes on c3.
Yeah.
But okay. Bishop d4 and knight b5.
Yep. Now so some concrete threats.
Yeah, so there's a threat to take and take and give a fork.
Yep.
And black decide to trade the queens and play f6.
Also very concrete.
Right.
Response.
But why is he not dealing with a fork? Because I suppose here the bishop will be trapped.
Yeah, I mean, you can take on b2, but then it will be trapped just 1 move after. Yep.
Yeah, but
I mean, you still have f6 there, or a6.
Or a6, yeah. I'm not like 100% sure. I think that there might be some problems for black because of the h pawn.
Yeah.
Like this.
And now bishop f6 is a
very
threat.
Brutal.
Yeah. And it's, you don't see very often that move 15, white queens the h pawn, so...
This is really weird. Now I can take on b5. Now you cannot move the knight. Like, my idea was to play king c7, to play bishop d7, to connect the rooks, etc. And I just take on b5. And the threat bishop f6 remains. So it's a very, very interesting idea. And I think that Toivo's idea was that blacks might misplay this and play this d6, which is what he did. So here we have to figure out, okay, so black played f6, black ignores knight c7 fork. But he wants to win some other pieces. Bishop h4 is rook h6.
Yeah, you don't want to give away the h pawn for sure.
Right, but okay. So can I give a fork? First question.
Yeah, the first move. Okay, the king. Yeah, I'm not even sure which side. Because one way I would want to trap the knight if you take the rook, and the other way I'm kind of helping to like stop the pawn and h6. Yeah.
And I'm gonna trap the knight, right?
Yeah, that would be the plan. I hope so. Otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna have something down.
These pawns are going nowhere. There's knight g6.
And the bishop is not getting trapped anymore. I have the e5 square with black.
I would say it's still not super clear to me. Like maybe d5, stopping g6. This can be funny pretty quick. Yeah, like. Okay, what on earth is this even? But yeah, Angel says these pawns are going nowhere, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe you can at least sacrifice something back at some point. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Okay, so no knight c7. There's also knight e6 check, by the way. So I'm always starting with forcing moves.
Yep.
King d7.
King d7 is kind of forced now, yeah. And now what are you doing with your knight? Going to f7, but then... I'll go rook h7 and your knight is kind of trapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, looks weird. Okay, so no captures.
I mean, you can also capture d4 with your knight and then capture f6.
Oh, that's a big idea. Yes, that's a very big idea.
Yeah.
Like, I think that this forces black
Now I
immediately
have
to
to take
take.
f2, yeah? Mm-hmm.
And now I can go back, or I can take on c6. Figures which one is the right one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I want to take on g5 as well.
Yep. Okay.
Somehow my gut instinct tells I want to go here.
Yeah, I think I need to protect against the fork now, or like, somehow, yeah, king to 7. My bishop is so stupid though. On c8.
Yeah, but I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah.
So take a6
Okay, I have to go back.
here.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a race. Who is going to be faster?
Yeah.
Because black has a piece. White has
Yeah.
3 pawns, but if they get blocked,
Mm-hmm. Like some bishop e4 or something.
it's got to be very concrete.
Yeah.
Because if you misplay this and you play like here, bishop d7, you go like here, and then block your pawns,
Computer says it's winning.
then computer
but...
says it's winning.
Yes.
Yeah, but this is like, okay, I'm not going to argue with our dearest friend, but like,
94, yeah.
if you got this wrong, like you're down a piece.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is risk. It's not like it is completely winning.
Right. Okay. So this is probably the right idea.
Yeah.
Knight e4 takes and knight b5 because there's other idea knight x on c6.
Takes,
This I'm not sure I like
knight.
it so much.
Take. But then I have one extra temp here.
Maybe I keep the knight
protect
to
against-
block the pawn, yeah?
Okay, yeah. Maybe the pawn structure doesn't matter here so much. And now I also have some d5 move if I need to e5 or d5, yeah, to block against bishop moves.
Again, it's very concrete.
Oh.
Knight x on g6 is bishop
Oh, there's
c6.
fork. Yeah.
All right, so it's very concrete, and I'm pretty sure that Kanan is somewhere here. Knight e4 takes, and he's choosing between these two moves. So maybe this, and black could play some. I need e5. I need to protect maybe rook b8. That makes sense. Hit the pawn.
Yeah.
And maybe I just ignore it because it's all about these pawns.
But then how are you advancing them now?
That's a very good question.
Like bishop e4 is d5 and your bishop doesn't have any more squares. Maybe. I mean, it still continues with g6, but
Yeah, bishop e4, d5,
G6,
g6, takes g7, rook h7. Okay, actually, engine says it's playable. Okay, this is cuckoo, yeah?
insane, yeah.
No, this is totally cuckoo. So now it's 2 pieces down. Maybe there's rook f1, rook f8,
Yeah.
maybe pin the knight, promote. Black is playing without the rook.
Insane. Yeah.
Like this. Yeah, what wins?
Completely winning. And you can go bishop to 7, get checkmated. That's kind
Yeah,
of cute.
that's a mate. I suppose you're playing without the rook.
Yeah.
Maybe it's actually a very concrete idea. Rook h checkmate.
Checkmate the rook, yeah.
Yeah. And you can't play bishop b7. So it's very
That's kind of-
concrete.
Okay. But it's not easy to see it from this
No.
position. For
No,
sure.
it's not easy. Like this is where you have to like show very good calculation.
Yeah.
But I think that he could get there because bishop h4 I just don't like it.
Feels too slow, yeah.
Just too slow.
I mean, also h6 is going to be hanging.
Yeah, but
up,
now there's a
so-
fork, yeah?
Yeah, not immediately, but like you're gonna have maybe issues protecting it.
So king d7. Maybe this is again a very concrete position.
I'm trapping the bishop.
Trap the bishop. And maybe the same idea.
But I'm not sure the bishop.
Maybe
is
now
gonna-
you take it and play bishop f6.
Oh.
No, it's actually it's an idea. It is
Yeah,
an idea.
yeah, because I won't have any more the FG, obviously.
Yeah, so perhaps this is maybe it's even more human. Like it's like visually I don't like it, but
Yeah.
it's again coming with a very concrete idea. Knight e4 and bishop f6. So perhaps Toivo is figuring out. So I clearly want to kill the bishop and get the bishop on f6. So
Yep.
is it with a pawn on g5, or is it I keep the bishop on h4 and then take on f6? So for example, here, this is a big threat.
Okay, but
And what if I just, I just
Oh,
play in Spartial
whoop.
Castle?
oh, that's a cool idea, but
Yeah, I just want to hide a king.
Yeah. But again, maybe like after e3, your bishop is getting trapped.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Not.
Have to go, I don't know.
I would try to find something where I'm pretty sure I have an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe take, here, take on c8, play rook b7, two bishops. And once I get there, I look for more. Yeah, I think this will be my thought process.
Enough pawns for the piece to win.
And I'm thinking this maybe looks even more human than this.
Mm-hmm.
Because king d, if I get this wrong, I don't know. I gotta say, I don't know. Like, I think that here Toivo feels he has two very serious ideas, like bishop h4 and kill the bishop. Either way, he wants to kill the bishop. The question is with the bishop on g5 or without the bishop on g5.
Yep. And I mean, he has been thinking, I think, maybe for 15 minutes, so there's definitely like a lot to calculate. Makes a lot of sense.
Right. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very, very fascinating position.
Yeah. But for sure, we shouldn't like write Kopylov off because the computer says it's plus, I don't know, 1.8 or plus 2 or something, but Toivo can go easily wrong, so
Yeah.
it's a sharp position.
Yeah. Like if he collects the bishop and blocks those pawns and the cannon misplace something, things could easily go either way.
A piece is a piece, yeah.
Yeah, a piece is a piece. So, board number 5.
Let's move on, yeah.
Another Finnish player, Oliver Vartiovaara, against Gleb
has
Pedlozny.
had a very up and down tournament, I think. He has had some good games, but some very quick losses, and he's gotten some very bad positions from the openings, which kind of is also what is happening here, at least according to the bar, yeah?
All right. I have a question. What on earth is the pawn doing on b4?
Yeah, you put it back to b2 and you're happy with white.
No, but that's the funny part. It was on b2.
Oh, he did it himself?
Yes. If you roll back a couple of moves, this was the position.
Okay.
Like, it looks like scotch? Some scotch, yeah? It looks like some scotch.
Yeah, I think something similar.
Some okay,
Some weird move order, but yeah.
Some center opening, whatever. Like long castle position is normal. Black has some problems, so the king safety. b4.
I'm not sure it's a move I would even think about. Like, you want to play on the king side, this opposite side castle, but okay, he has some very concrete idea, which was probably this, which computer does not like.
I would never play b4. Like, you know, I think that, okay, I'm super open-minded. like I know you have to be open-minded. Think outside of the box. So I would play b4 under one circumstance. If there's some super concrete stuff coming after that. Like b4 and there's gonna sequence, etc. Okay, fine. Like I don't mind it.
Yep.
But I would never play b4 if your next move is a 4.
Yeah.
Like, the idea is to play a future knight g5.
Right, yes.
And this move b4 is something you can never retract.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yep.
Like every endgame you're gonna be suffering. So
do we know how much time he spent on b4?
14 minutes. No, 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
That's whoa, okay.
Whoa.
That's even more surprising, yeah.
It's just wrong. Like, I don't really think that this position requires you to be so dramatic.
Yeah, it looks like a normal position.
Yeah, like
you're playing.
Like, I understand you want to play knight g5.
Yeah.
And
I know what's wrong with
maybe at 4 he didn't like that black's gonna take and lift the rook over here. But is this b4 not a bit too much? Because I'm thinking at least I can take on e4, and that's a weakness that's gonna stay with you forever. You're like, I don't know, some queen d7 or okay, I don't want to trade the queens. Oh, actually, I see the bar likes it. Wow. Really? Okay, whatever. But
Yeah.
That would be my thought process. And bishop g4 is a great move,
Yeah.
according to the engine.
And it wins a 10 pick, kind of, or...
Knight g5. I think he's going for desperate counterattack.
Yeah, I mean, this is what his whole, like, last sequence of the moves was indicating, but...
Is there really some mate?
Well, that's his plan, but...
I think this is what he wanted.
Yeah, okay, I'll have to defend.
And if you go here,
h6, yes.
I go here.
Computer says no, but...
But why?
Wait, but the... I mean, yeah, I can't take that.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yes.
So it's a mate. But why is there g6, queen g6? I'm looking at some bishop c2, king c2 is a fork, but bishop c2, queen c2, I don't...
But then you don't have the checkmate anymore.
Ah!
Yep.
That's the idea. Yeah.
Which is easy to miss, I guess. But...
I don't know. I spotted like it immediately, but,
yeah.
but okay, I had a spoiler that I saw the move, but I forgot about queen h3.
Yeah.
That's the difference. That's the difference. Very cute, actually.
Yep.
So bishop d1 was completely playable.
Yep.
But okay, I mean, of course, the line. So queen h3, h6. There's no queen d3 because of a very cute refutation. Maybe there's something else.
I mean, okay, what if you just... Okay, you can take the exchange back, yeah, but then you're still left with a lot of weaknesses with white, and you're never checkmating me again, so...
Right.
And there's some fork on e6 as well, but same story.
Yeah, queen of 6.
Yep.
Oh, rook e6, engine says.
Oh.
Oh, wow. And this ends... Bless you.
Thank you.
With a perpetual. White is down the rook.
Oh.
Okay, fine. Okay, so there was some idea. Actually, here the engine says bishop d1.
You have to take it, yeah?
Queen h6. I think there's going to be bishop c2 most likely. Yep. Bishop c2. And now h6. There's no rook e6 because of knight e4.
Oh, yep, yeah. Okay.
So white's idea doesn't work. So indeed, he could have taken on d1.
Okay.
But Luzny made a mistake.
Kind of trusted maybe, yeah? Or just missed some of the moves.
Yeah, just missed it, I suppose. And now the knight is getting to e6, but the pawn still stands on b4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a weird game, yeah?
No, it's a bit hooliganic.
Again.
B4, yeah, like I saw yesterday Mikolas, by the way, English, who was playing his game, and then I told him, you can't play like that. Yeah, like it might serve some shock value to the opponent, but you like sometimes if you break the rules against a grandmaster, they're gonna punish you. Yeah, like they're gonna figure it out. And surprisingly, his opponent actually did not punish him immediately. Anyway, so queen f6, g takes, and f6. Podluzny did not find the sequence, but I think it's very nice for calculation purposes. That can you take on d1 or can't you?
Yeah, I mean that's the move you start calculating with, right?
Forcing moves, captures, checks, threats.
Yep.
All right. So that was the game number 5.
Yeah.
Maybe let's get back to the
exactly.
Let's go back to the leaders.
So there's definitely been quite a lot of moves already. Yeah, this position has changed. We can see that black didn't go a5, but white instead was the one who opened the a file. The b5 pawn has been traded, but black also doesn't have the weakness on c6 anymore. Yeah?
So what was the move then that he played? I'm curious. Okay, so this is the current position.
Yep.
There's some pressure against the pawn on a6. White's the one who is having some ideas. If black is able to trade off the bishops, white might have potential for the bad bishop. Rook c1. Is the rook heading to c5? Or this rook is getting to c5?
Yeah, probably one of them.
Looks logical. I'm a bit puzzled. Why not go after the pawn on a6? I suppose we're going to talk about it.
Yep. Let's go where we last left it first. Yep. Before, and we left Arturs is thinking whether he's doing something concrete or he's going 95.
And instead of queen b3, we discussed this. Maybe the queen on b3 doesn't stand that well. Here, white immediately took on d5 and played a4.
Okay. Which also makes sense. It's very concrete. How are you protecting your your b5 pawn?
Right, that's a
And now
weakness.
that's a weakness, yeah.
Queen b3, rook a5, knight d2. Yeah, this knight d2 is a bit puzzling, but I suppose Wagner was not really interested to find out what happens if black sacrifices a pawn
Yeah.
and gets the bishops.
Good bishop, yeah.
Like just to show you some ideas that might be under his radar. For example, knight c4, and if you take it, there might be bishop h3.
Oh,
Just
even
to
immediately, yeah.
just to showcase you some of
And
the
then I just have two
possibilities.
bishops, so.
Two bishops, weaken king. So yeah, like knight e2 deals with the thing, like it protects the c4 square.
The knight is not ideally placed there.
No, it's not. Like I think that you would maybe think about knight e5 and knight c5. Like why not this? But I'm pretty sure that Wagner had some arguments against
For
it.
sure.
Bishop d7 and rook c8. And here Wagner didn't play rook a1. For some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe bishop b5 is still a move.
Okay, yeah, I take it. And now I can't take it with the rook because I will lose something on the last rank. Yep.
That's the problem. And that's why rook a1 is bishop b5. And if you're not winning the pawn on h6, why put the rook on a1? So that's why rook c1.
Yep.
Now we understand.
Okay, they traded.
And play d6.
Yeah. So now are you still trying to go and after my a6 pawn with white?
I mean, what else?
Yeah.
Like, I think that in terms of the weaknesses, this is the only real thing I can target.
But if you go queen to the a file, I still have bishop b5, maybe.
Very valid point.
Yeah.
Actually, white, it's not like white is playing without any risk here.
Yeah, for sure.
Like takes, and let's say this position, takes, captures.
Yeah, now which pawn is weaker, yeah?
I think this pawn is definitely
Yeah.
weaker. Agent gives here some balance, but I would definitely pick black. Like, this bishop is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the knight on c4, put this
sure.
bishop on d6.
Yeah. White
But-
would want to like kind of trade the b pawns and then
Right.
shake hands, but
Yeah, but it's not gonna
it's
happen.
not gonna happen so fast, yeah.
So, Wagner cannot allow this. He cannot allow bishop b5.
Okay, and right now I can't go there, so you probably just don't want to put your queen on the a file. At
And
least
e6
yet.
is a nice move because it also brings the bishop in the game, extra protects the pawn on d5, relieves the knight on b6 from the necessity to protect the pawn.
Yep. And then what do I do with white if I don't have the plan, or if I can't attack the a6, then
Maybe get the knight on c5.
yeah.
Queen a2 is bishop b5.
Yep.
Maybe you ignore it, actually. How about I ignore it? So here, I target the pawn,
Yeah. I'll go
and after bishop b5, I play knight b3.
Okay. I do have the c4 square or something.
Oh,
I'm
there's
not
knight
su-
c4.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I
that's
think
very
it's-
unpleasant.
Yeah, you don't want to give away the bishop.
No, I
Get
don't.
Knights, and then it doesn't make much sense.
I might still
So-
play knight c5, queen b6.
Computer is like, it's chill.
Yeah. It doesn't really
Yeah.
appreciate anything. Yeah, this is not so easy. So how else do I get the knight on b3, c5? So very often I'm thinking like I want to formulate. Like I want to get the knight on c5. How do I get the knight on c5? Remove the queen. Where do I remove the queen? What my opponent is going to do against it?
Yeah.
Probably bishop b5. So what's the place for the queen? What is the square? Which square?
Go via b1, but it also feels a bit weird.
Because knight b3 will be still met by knight c4.
Exactly. But I can't keep the queen anywhere where like the bishop and the queen would both.
Maybe it's not the time yet to move the queen. Maybe you start with something else. So that's why for Wagner here, I think he made a
Yeah,
move
he
actually.
started with bishop b2.
Bishop
so
b2,
probably
yeah.
got to the same ideas, yeah.
Yeah, so he's thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
But black is perfectly safe.
Yeah.
And this bishop b5 is the key resource.
Yeah. But you need a move, yeah? Because your rook kind of has to stay there. Your knight is in a good spot. Your bishop is waiting for the b5 opportunity, so you need the other bishop. Yeah,
Probably bishop f8 without
makes
a lot of thinking.
sense. Yeah,
And I'm already thinking some future bishop b5 ideas.
yeah,
Like let's say you make some random move. I think I could start to consider this in some lines.
mm-hmm.
Like takes, and there might be a potential for a way to exploit a rook here. Like something along the lines of here, here, here. You win a pawn, but I'm so active here. You have some light square weaknesses. Let's say here. And yeah, I don't know.
Computer's not impressed.
No, it's playable.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's completely fine. Yeah, it's
like
like
what this.
white is a pawn up, but
Oh, maybe not like this.
Okay, you have to do
maybe
something
knight
more
c7,
concrete,
knight
yeah.
b5.
yeah. Okay, that then.
No, this is
kind of
like
is logical then.
it looks pretty normal.
Yep.
It feels like black has risk-free position. The queen on e2 is so
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, the b pawn is going nowhere.
But
I mean,
yeah, this
Laurus agrees. He went bishop f8. A
Yeah,
logical
yeah.
move there. Yeah.
he's prepping for bishop b5. And okay, g3 probably is not a good move, but
Then what else to do? Yeah.
yeah, what else?
'Cause
Bishop
you
b5 is definitely in the cards.
Yeah. Yep. You can't open anything. You can't try to exploit that. Like my bishop has moved away, so
Another idea maybe is knight c8, target the pawn, put the knight on d6, and put the bishop on b5 like this.
yeah. Okay. That. Yeah, I also like that quite a lot. Just make it a bit more safer, but very straightforward idea.
I think bishop c3 looks okay here. Like I'm prepping for some queen a2 or queen a3 ideas.
Okay. And now I don't have time for knight c8, because I guess then you can go queen to the a file. And then how am I protecting the pawn? Because bishop b5 doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, bishop b5, I'm gonna take it. And the
Yeah.
rook on a8
Exactly.
is left defenseless. I mean, again,
It still goes on, yeah.
yeah, it still could go on, and maybe I could sack the pawn. Like, I could sacrifice the pawn, let's say, some queen c7. And if you take on
Yeah,
a6,
sure,
take
yeah,
on
okay,
a6,
bishop.
I put the knight on a7, put the knight on
there,
b5, and I
yeah.
claim some compensation.
Yeah, I mean the c3 bishop is so stupid, so as long as the pawn stays on b4.
Yeah. And bishop c3 is played.
Okay. So I need another idea with black then. Maybe. Or okay, knight c8 might be a move to consider, but
It's a very serious move.
Yeah.
But I think also this bishop b5
immediately still
idea
sacrifice it.
could be a move. Like once again, bishop b5. Takes.
Move your queen, yeah. But now the issue is the knight on d2 is protected, and
Yeah.
I got to go b5.
Okay, so not here.
different.
Not
Yep.
here. Not here. Yeah, because I think the key idea was to get the knight on b5.
Yeah, play
To make
against
this
the bad
bishop
bishop.
bad. Not here. All right. So they're gonna figure it out, and that's the board to the right. Bogner is the one with the red shirt, trying to figure things out, and Lavrusas is thinking about his choices. We're gonna move on to the next board.
Board 2.
Board 2, Pudge against Meshkovs.
Okay, so Pudge has thought all the time back basically, because he was enjoying like half an hour time advantage, but now they're around equal-ish, so still some 7 minutes. But the position remains complicated, I would say.
This is a fight essentially for the lead in the tournament.
Exactly.
Very, very big game of high importance. I don't think that here even it matters who has the white color, because the stakes are very high.
Yeah,
Both
they both
players,
want to win, yeah.
yeah, they stand 5 points out of 6. And the top board at the moment is pretty equalish.
Yeah.
So I think there's a very good chance who's going to win this. He's going to take the lead in the tournament with 2 rounds to go. Maybe even can afford to play solid and potentially even win the tournament. So
For sure, yeah.
very, very, very important game here.
Yeah. Okay, so do we go back, or do we first try to understand what
First,
happened?
usually trying to have a good feeling what's
is
going on
happening now?
here.
Yeah.
What's going on here. Of course, I have a spoiler. Evaluation bar.
Yep. Black is doing great. Or
Visually,
good.
black is doing great. And also one more thing, which is pretty important, is that black is the one who might organize some king set attack.
Yeah.
Like having the possibility to bother the opponent's king, I think is very important.
Yeah, for sure.
So we see black has great pieces here.
Yep.
Black is definitely thinking about being aggressive. For the king side, this king is feeling a bit shaky. And at the same time, white is attacking what? At the queen side. Yeah, so
trying
he's
to have some counterplay and
he's willing to sack the pawn, to
Yeah.
push the d6 pawn forward. And by the way, this already, I think it's a move. So, for example, if you take it,
I have some d6 ideas. Yeah.
yeah, d6, and it's not really clear this is really so great for white. Like,
Because the
just
king
here.
can become weak as well at some point.
Yeah, and b takes, and like, okay, you have a strong pawn on d6, but it's blocked.
That's
The
right.
knight on a3 is not doing anything. I don't know. Probably I don't want to take it.
Yeah.
But you're right, let's go back a bit.
We left it with f4 and bishop b4. We kind of like that move.
Oh, knight
This
a3.
is not the move you want to make. Yeah.
No, no, you don't. This is
Now black got what we were discussing.
g5.
Oh.
Very aggressive move. It just makes perfect sense. If you would ask the engine, let me check what engine says. Engine says just keep it cool, play bishop f6. No need for fancy stuff, but okay, g5 looks still pretty logical.
Yeah, it's logical.
Bishop e3, queen e8.
Yeah, away from the pin. Yeah.
And there you go. Queen f7.
Oh, okay.
The pawn on d5 is hit.
Yep. Now the question is, do you need to protect it or not?
Now, does it hit though?
Yeah,
If I go here,
guess so. Yeah, I have
Takes,
to take.
takes, and takes.
And now it's not hit anymore.
And I'm gonna take it.
Take it, yes.
Takes, 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 and queen
Queen
d4.
d4 is nice. Yeah. You're actually not protecting against d6 at some. Okay, you can do that.
So there's like a big discussion about the d pawn.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like the king here.
Yeah. Now you would want your g7 pawn back and just go to h8. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a very possible line. Like this one pawn holds these two pawns. Not sure. This queen f7, I'm not sure I like it. Like, but again, it's a very concrete move. He hits the pawn on d5.
Yeah.
And let me check what the engine was saying here. Engine was saying that, oh, you gotta
D6
play
is the
d8 on
only move,
c5.
kind of. I mean, not the only move, but...
d6 here, b takes.
So the variation we were actually discussing.
This one.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure I would do this.
Like you're claiming that the pawns in the center go nowhere, but then from human's perspective, you're not sure that your attack is doing anything. As well.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even this bishop c5 90s. 97 is the key move. And the queen comes to e5. There's some g4 ideas. Yeah, now that you show like this, then it becomes sort of clear. Okay, we have more moves incoming. The game is getting pretty fast-paced. Knight c4 was played.
same
Knight
thing for the
c4
discussed.
takes, and we're getting exactly here.
Yep. Okay, so now he's thinking.
Oh, but
Is there
there's
some
a
cute tactics?
d6.
D6 is something to calculate for sure, but. Okay, I have to take, with the queen.
This pawn is a monster. Wait, there might be an exchange sack.
Yeah, because.
You can't tolerate the pawn.
Exactly.
You gotta take the exchange.
Immediately take it.
Oh. Takes, check. King h1. And whichever capture. Queen e7, rook e7.
And now you're claiming you're an exchange down, but you have a very strong bishop. And you have, 2 pawns, yeah? And everything is kind of protected.
Yeah,
Your
but the
king is weak, though, yeah?
the bishop is very strong.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't get rid of that. And it protects all the pawns from both sides. Yeah.
The question is, can you even go here? Maybe you can. Like, I'm thinking Poch definitely sees d6.
Yeah,
Like
for sure. That's what he's thinking. Yeah.
that's the first thing you notice. So d6, queen c4, very forcing line.
Yeah.
Takes, rook e8, bishop c5. You
He's
suspect your
forced,
opponent is going to
yes.
sack the exchange.
Yes.
You're going to see this line. So ultimately, the question is, how do you evaluate this?
Yeah.
Like, is it rook e7? Is it queen e7? I can't immediately tell. Maybe rook e7 is a bit better. Yeah, like, you're seeing this and you're not sure.
Yep.
But
Then it depends on what do you think about the alternatives. Yeah.
yeah, and when you formulate, like, if d6 is the idea,
Yeah.
I need to protect the bishop.
Yeah.
Rook c1 doesn't do the job because c takes on b4 is still
D6
d6 is still
work.
rook c4.
Yep.
So what about, yeah, bishop a2 or bishop b3?
Yeah.
I'm going to play c4.
C4, yes, makes sense.
But then there's d6.
And now my bishop is, yeah, f6.
Oh, this is such a mess, actually.
You get some sort of an exchange anyway, maybe, but
Yeah, maybe d7.
Yeah. I have to go to d8, I think. Yeah.
Takes. Rook c1.
There's some threats, yes. Some pins.
Bishop d3.
Mm-hmm. Can I take it? No. No, then you're gonna be... Maybe I could.
And you're still up an exchange.
C7, yes.
Yeah, but this is very... I mean, the exchange stack, I think it's going to be one of the themes. Like definitely White has some ideas to sacrifice the exchange here. I mean, Engine doesn't like this.
Yeah.
All of this. So I think that Nikita, he misplayed things. Like this queen e8, bishop b6, c5. I don't think it was a good idea. Like anything but this. And I think this d takes on c5 was good. Also, perhaps g4, bishop g5 idea was logical.
Just continue your attack. Yeah.
Yeah, he was so focused on the pawn on d5 that might be a bit dangerous for him. Because also, I think that for White, the move knight c4 was pretty obvious it's incoming anyway.
Yeah, because you can't protect the pawn otherwise. So.
Or maybe he saw from afar the sequence with d6, queen c4, and now bishop a2 also is a move, or rook c1, or some other move. Who even says that White has to do all of those things, because maybe White can even play here rook c1.
Yeah.
And somehow, with the knight on e5 gone, I'm not sure I have the kings at attack anymore.
You're maybe too slow.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. This d
Yeah.
d6 on c5 was included.
Yep. Okay, but then do I basically have two choices, or what happened if I just... Yeah, if I take bc or with the bishop, then you're going to be fine. Yeah, you just take it and then...
Yeah, b6 and c5 also has a move. I think first you start with the forcing moves.
Yeah, let's just maybe see that for a sec as well, or...
What's the first move that you're looking at? Maybe queen b3?
Yeah, also that.
b6 and c5,
Yeah,
you look for the captures.
First. Yeah.
And Poch made a move.
We saw it from the camera, yeah. Bless you.
Thank you. And the move is, we don't have it.
We don't have it, but they are writing something, so... And I don't think it was a draw offer, so...
Where's the move?
We need the move.
Oh, Kenanen is standing and watching.
Yes.
He is playing at the moment on board number 4. He did make a move, I think. No?
I mean, they were writing something on the score sheet, so I would assume so.
I mean, there was some story. It was like 5-7 years ago when Wesley So was asked not to keep notes on the score sheet. Like, he would write down things.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the details of the story, but I think it was like writing some inspirational stuff,
Yeah,
like concentrate, do better, I don't know. Like,
Yep.
But it's not really legal according to the rules. You're not supposed to do that. And I think he was asked to stop. to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. Maybe Deutsch was drawing something on the score sheet.
Yeah, we hope that it's not the live board issue. Because we would really want the second board to like just see how it's going.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like a very, very long time ago, when I was maybe like under 10 or something like that, I was playing against a stronger opponent, and she wrote my move and wrote the question mark after it.
Really?
Yeah, which like of course I was 10, so I was like very much thrown off by it, and it was actually a good move. So like, okay, it's super unethical, but
Yeah, but they're clearly making moves.
yeah, so
They're clearly making moves. So we are gonna get back to it.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some issue with this particular game.
Try to maybe ask.
Yeah. But let's in the meantime, while we're gonna figure it out, let's see what's happening on the other boards. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go to the board number 3. Dennis Andryashkin is playing against Valery Kazakowski, the top seeded player, and we left it after actually 9 moves ago already. Some moves have been played, and after h3 Valery did take on f3 actually.
Oh, wow.
I'm quite surprised about it.
That's why he was thinking, because we thought it was kind of an automatic. He wanted to go back.
Strange, yeah. I thought he played rook d8 with the idea to play bishop c8, and now he changed his mind.
Yep. So maybe the sole idea was to like kind of slow e4 down.
All right.
Oh, queen
Queen b3 hits the pawn, queen a6. So there's some concrete ideas. I suppose queen b6 would weaken the pawns, and queen c7 would run under bishop f4. So it is understandable. Queen a6 deals with the problem.
Okay.
I suspect there probably was some a4 queen b5 here.
Yeah.
All right, e4, c4, counterattack in the center. Takes, queen c2, knight e7. So there's a big fight for the weakness on d3. White tries to fight for it. Black organizes a counterattack. And this is the current position. All right. So, what do we make of this? Is white still better?
He has 2 bishops.
Right. Well, black has control of the d3 square.
Yeah, for now, yeah.
I think that white is dreaming about some f4, e5 to open up the bishop on g2 eventually.
Yeah. Like, and both are probably just standing with the tension on the with the c pawn. Yeah. Because I also don't want to take it with white to give you away the squares. Black doesn't want to take it to give away the d3 square.
Okay, can I do this immediately? You know, I'm just seeing I have the bishop on g2. I want to also close your bishop here on g7.
Yeah.
Play knight e3 and play e5. Can I do this? Like, I want to see. Because I'm threatening to take on c6. I'm threatening to take on c4. 2 monster bishops.
Looks good, yeah.
Kind of looks good. Here, like maybe knight x on d4, c takes on d4, and yeah, it's a great knight, but it's gonna cost black something. Yeah.
Oh, yes, easy to. Yeah.
Queen on c7 is misplayed. So okay, f4 is the move.
Okay, if you can't go to d3, then you have to do some.
You can't take on d4 as well.
Yeah, because then I take, and now you also don't have the knight d3. All the same reasons. Do you have to go back? You really wouldn't want to go back, though.
Maybe you start with c takes on b3.
Okay, I'll take it with
the
a pawn.
The idea is so that you can take with the knight.
Okay, I'll take with the...
Can't take with the pawn.
Yes, I have to take with the bishop.
And then I have knight c6, and I'm kind of okay.
And you want to trade my 2 bishops, and then you're going to be fine, yeah? And if I try to keep them, then you have some tricks even on b4.
Right, exactly, precisely. Yeah, so I think this will be my thought process. And f4, c takes on b3.
I also don't want to take it with anything else, really.
Yeah, because then you get access to the c4
Exactly.
square. So this suggests that maybe f4 is not the most precise move.
Okay, so can I try to like prepare it somehow?
Start with knight c6 maybe.
Yeah, something.
It's a really weird move, but again, it's very,
Very
concrete.
Yep.
Let's say I take with a queen,
And then I can go for now.
f4 here, and e5.
Yep, same issue.
Again, I'm going to take on c4. You have a beautiful knight, but I have two bishops. Your bishop
Yeah.
on g7 is not doing anything. f6
Yeah.
is too slow.
And the quiz are just gonna drop at some point also, so...
Right. So takes, I think it's looking very nice. And b takes on c6 just looks wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it actually? Knight c6?
Knight c6, yeah. Oh, he played f4, by the way, but let's see what...
He played f4.
Yep, he did it immediately.
Okay, and here I think we figured it out that it's got to be c takes on b3.
Yeah, it's kind of forced, yeah. At least...
Yeah, it feels
like that.
forced.
Yeah.
Like black is running out of a reasonable idea. So f4 is a nice move.
Okay, but then you're thinking from White's perspective, just because he's so much underrated and he has tried to play safe, so maybe that's why he's going for it. I'll take with the pawn. I can trade everything. I'm never gonna lose it with White, I think, so... I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say never, but it's a very safe approach. If you calculate, like, takes on b3, takes... You trade the g7 bishop, you just play.
Right, and I would like to say that knight takes on c6 is a very difficult move. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure it's good. Like, I tried to play f4, and I saw there might be some issues with c takes on b3. Are they issues with c takes on b3? By the way, it's on the
Taking
board.
it. Yep.
I think Valerie fully expected that f4 is going to be a move, and now
Yeah.
knight takes on d4 is the big idea. A takes on b3. Okay, technically you could also play. You could also play something else, like you would play queen b3.
But then, can I go knight a5? Yeah.
You
I
can.
want to... Not sure if I need to immediate that.
Maybe
Yeah,
you even
maybe I
should.
could, yeah.
But my point was that I want to put the bishop back on f2 and still play e5, and maybe the weakness on c3 doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But I don't know where to
It's
place the queen.
Bit concrete, yeah.
Yeah, it's very concrete. If I go here, I need to watch out for queen c3.
The immediate, yep.
And the bishop
e3
is
is
kept.
hanging, yep.
So no there. Queen a3 is knight c4. Queen b2 is knight c4. So it's just actually one square. It's here
Okay, and then I have to go to c4, I assume. It makes sense.
and here.
Yep.
Okay, but this I don't like. Like, I did not manage to play e5 myself. Black plays e5.
And now your bishop on g2 is kind of stupid. Yeah,
Yeah, and this knight is amazing.
yeah. No, definitely not where you want to go.
And it's good to see that Andriashkin is not responding automatically with a takes on b3. Is it possible that he missed c takes on b3 intermezzo move?
Maybe, but I don't know.
Like if he takes it, knight e4, bishop d4, knight c6. This has got to be the
Yeah.
sequence.
Yeah.
And you can't keep the bishop there. And this, I think that black is like really safe. He has
Also,
chances.
Oh, you think that White is risking here, or?
Yeah, but no, let me put it this way. I don't see any advantage for white. Like I really like this position. Like at the beginning, I like the position, and I had a feeling that white has the potential to get an advantage. But I have a feeling that this f4 is not a very obvious inaccuracy, and c takes on b3 is a powerful move.
Yeah.
Like concretely, knight e4 and knight c6.
Yeah.
And judging by Andriashkin's not immediate response, I think he underestimated this move.
Something. For sure.
Because this should have been under his radar. Like you play a4, you gotta expect that there's gonna be black is gonna try to solve the problems.
Something, yeah. For sure. By the way, we see an empty board, so maybe we can update on the result. The first board is empty, I think.
Which
At
board?
least on
First
the
board is
camera,
empty.
right?
Oh, yeah. Sebastian Bogner against Tomas Lavrushas is officially a draw, and they finished like pretty much after where we left.
Yeah, there maybe made even only one move, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the symmetrical position, Bogner felt that he hasn't accomplished anything.
Yeah, doesn't want to risk. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we're still not getting the moves on the second board. Do we have an update? What's going on there?
I wrote, but I don't have an answer yet, I think.
So the second board I would like to show you. This is where we lost the transmission.
Yeah.
They clearly have made moves. I saw both of the players making a couple of moves.
Sure. And also, yeah, the time is moving, but it's not
right.
The moves.
Okay. So, board number 4. We're gonna get back to the second board. Of course, it's very, very important one.
Okay. Something similar actually happened that we were discussing. Something very similar.
This is, we looked at this line.
Yeah.
So Kanan then decided to leave the bishop on g5. Yep. If we roll back a bit, in this position, he took on d4.
Mm-hmm.
He took on c6. Engine marks as a mistake, but I think it's a very human choice.
Yep.
He took on g5. And here black made a mistake. Oh, he had a castle. Yeah. Did he forget about the castle?
I think it's easy to forget about the castle there.
This was the move.
Yeah, which now it makes more sense because there's no dark squared bishop anymore, so king on h8 is relatively safe. Before it was a bit more scary.
Yeah, and instead he played bishop d7, and now black on the castle, and now these pawns are becoming so much stronger.
Yep.
Okay, then I have a question, Margaret. Did both of them forget about the castle?
But then what could have talked about that though? Maybe it's.
I mean, he had choices.
He didn't have to take on c6, yeah.
Yeah, he had the choice. He could have played knight b5.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot castle, I suppose.
Yeah.
The fork is a problem. You have to go here, and now this pawn feels to be stronger.
Yeah, that's true.
So this was choice number 1. And the second choice he had, which was maybe not super obvious,
to not take it immediately.
Not to take it as well. Yeah, I was not sure about this. I mean, actually here, I just checked the engine. Engine says here there's some crazy line still. Black can play knight f5, and God knows what is this.
Yeah.
So knight c7, king d7, knight a8 is not so clear. What wins a full rook? But there's some...
Only move, yeah.
Yeah, and rook h6 to follow. b6, bishop b7 to follow, and actually black is taking over the game.
Yeah, okay. So that's what we were discussing, that it's not super easy.
No, it's not.
Either side, yeah.
Yeah, so this is good. Knight b5 was good. And could it be that both of them simply missed the short castle possibility? And now Kanan is clearly in charge.
Completely winning according to the engine, but... Yeah,
G6.
It also looks very humanly, relatively straightforward.
Right. G6 looks so good. And knight g3, I think it's simply not going to work.
Yeah, that's way too slow, probably.
Takes. Rook g8, h7.
Yep.
Or maybe not h7, maybe start with some slower move.
Castle at some point. With black.
Yeah, maybe just here.
Yeah, I'll do long castle.
And then play h7. Yeah. Okay. So, here, takes.
Oops.
And either rook f8 or h7 you choose.
I'm just completely winning.
So g6. What about rook h6?
Yeah, you have to calculate.
This is the idea, I suppose. No?
But I will sacrifice the piece back at some point if I need to.
There's knight g8.
Okay. Yeah, that's easier.
Why does it work?
Mm-hmm.
So wait, g6 takes. g7. King e7.
Nope.
There's no progress. Just a second. Okay, maybe it's
there's
also...
some rook f5 trap.
Rook f5?
Yeah, and then I'll go... It might be too much, but I'm thinking... If you take an h1, I'll go g7, and... you can still do... No, after maybe...
What?
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, I take f5 right now, rook f5.
And here?
I'll go g7.
Oh.
And long castle, rook f8. It's a bit insane, but I think it works.
And what if I play king e7?
That's a good question. Maybe I'll go f... What is the endgame? How many... Because your rook is hanging as well. Yeah, I'll go there.
I don't know. Okay, let me check an engine here.
Yeah.
Like super complex lines. So for engine it's easy. G6, rook takes on H6, E4. I was actually thinking about G4, but then I noticed some knight H4 stuff. E4. And the point is, if you take it, now this is a problem. And knight G7, knight D7 doesn't solve it. Actually, it's logical. But, I mean, I could not immediately find it. So, Kanan has only 30 minutes on the clock. And it's not like this is the only move.
Yeah.
Maybe even it's not logical. Maybe you want to play rook H3 and then play G4, bishop E4, G6. But one thing is clear. White has 3 pawns for the piece. The pawns are not blocked. They're very dangerous. And there might be more than one way for white to continue.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Before we move on to the next boards, do we see somebody exciting?
At least I was told that it's fixed now, the second board.
Fixed. Second board is fixed. Okay, let's go back to the second board.
Yeah. Okay, a lot of progress. They kind of got to the exact same position that we were looking at, yeah?
Right. So, here we left it. Here we lost the transmission. D6 was played. This was played. Meshkov sacrificed exchange. He got the pawn on E7. He took with the rook, actually. And a couple of moves later, Queen D2, H6, Rook C1, Queen D5, H4. All right. What on earth is this?
I guess the first question is, how do we evaluate it, yeah?
Yeah, how
Who's
do you
playing
evaluate?
for what?
So let me try to understand what both players want. For black, it's a bit easier. What he wants to trade the queens. If you trade the queens, it's only black who can play for the win. Like, if I trade the queens, put the kings over active, and let's say the rook on the 5th rank.
Yeah.
You have no counterplay, basically. Yeah, my bishop in e4 defends the pawn, everything's protected,
Yep.
these pawns roll forward. So I'm going to be very happy. For white, if he has to trade the queens, then he wants to trade the rooks as well. Like, if I trade the queens, the rooks have to be traded as well. Because then I can maybe put the rook somewhere on b6 and somehow try to dominate these pawns.
And a5 is not going to be a weakness.
Yeah, but realistically, I cannot imagine him playing this for the win.
Yeah.
So the logic suggests white wants to keep the heavy pieces on the board. The king is a bit weak.
Yep. Okay, and white has some concrete threat right now, so.
Right. Black also might be thinking, can I be aggressive?
Yeah, try to play for the win immediately.
Try to play for the win.
Yeah.
I think it's a position that is not particularly easy to play by either side. Rook G7.
Okay, he protects the pawn, and he's indicating that at some point maybe I will try to create my own checkmating ideas.
Very logical move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm not even following why the engine doesn't like it. Maybe there's some concrete issues with the move, because it comes with some ideas here. Or H takes, but maybe
I have some concrete back rank ideas, yeah?
yeah, white could start to ask you some questions.
Okay, let's
try to make it work, yeah?
Yep.
Check here.
Let's then...
Also, H5 might be a move.
Yeah, creating some net, but let's say I just go directly to D8. Because you don't have the perpetual, I think, so... Yeah, I can just block with the rook.
Perpetual meaning Queen A1?
Yeah, it's...
Maybe it is there.
And I'll go rook F1. And now...
Try to the mate?
Yeah, and my Queen H8 is not leading me anywhere because I don't have check on the 6th. And H5 is, the king is running, but it will be safe there. Yep.
So probably it's just some perpetual.
Yeah, and... Yeah.
None of the players could really continue. I mean, okay, technically here I could try to go here.
But then I can do the checks again.
And here.
And some g4 even, maybe. With black. Okay, maybe not, but as an idea.
Yeah.
It's not so easy to...
No,
Is
no,
there
no, no, it's
something
not
direct?
easy. No, we have the spoiler. Like,
Yeah.
okay, there's no g3 threat.
Okay, so...
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
can play
You have
some
one
slower
extra
move.
10 p.m.
Yeah, maybe some rook g8 or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're missing queen e5, I think. So g3. Okay,
Okay.
it's getting very, very, very concrete.
Okay.
So it is possible to play like this.
Yeah.
And I think that white is not going to take on g5 automatically. Because then he loses the possibility to play h5 unless he's somehow planning to use the open h file, which I don't.
How the king is going to go out of the way. Yeah.
Right. So the pawn might be standing on h5 at
Check
some
is
point.
there.
Check is there, so king h7 will be
Which
responded.
apparently was a miss, so he probably had something concrete there, but yeah.
Looks okay.
Yeah, it looks very logical. You want to give the check.
There's a question: is this live or replay? I'm not sure what I can respond to that. Of course, it's live. It's live. We're live. Is Twitch actually even? I think in Twitch there is an opportunity to make a replay. Never done it myself. So yeah, answering your question. Arturs 2000. Yes, we're definitely live.
Yeah.
From
by the way,
Pärnu.
they moved the camera. We now have two boards again. That's kind of
I'm sorry?
They moved the camera, so now we can see board 3 as well. Because board 1 finished, so
Oh, that's nice.
that's nice, yeah. See, we're improving every day.
Yeah. Until round 9, we're going to be close to the perfection.
Exactly.
No, but this is the very first time
Yeah.
the Keres Memorial has a transmission. We don't really have dedicated cameras that you have seen in some broadcasts, like next to every board. There's definitely room to grow. These are just standard cameras. We can operate with them a bit, physically move them. There's also overview hall we can show to you, but at least you see what's going on there.
Yeah, we're improving. Again, it's the first time also in Estonia.
Right.
There's live commentary, so we're trying something out. Next year we'll be smarter.
All right. So king h7, queen d8 marks as a
Yeah, do
mistake.
we just check what was there, or...
Apparently there's something, so it was...
Okay.
I was thinking about this, yeah, rook
Yeah.
d8 and h5. I was thinking about this.
But then what's the difference? Why can't you do it
With the
with
queen
the queen
first.
and... Yeah.
Let's
Is
figure it out.
The idea is the same, yeah? You can?
You can, but...
Oh, but you can't get your rook back.
I'm gonna block your rook.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay,
there's...
if you put it this way, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some other moves according to an engine. So engine is soulless. Engine has no soul. So it says you can play rook e7 and rook c8. It apparently does not work because it's, of course, it's bishop d5 and there's nothing,
Yeah.
which we beg to differ. Yeah, like I'm sorry. Yeah, like I'm seeing there might be so rook takes an f5 and no, there's
Right,
perpetual
chill.
check.
Yeah.
But people don't think like this. So I think queen d8, bishop c6 is, after h5, there's going to be bishop c6. So that's why if we roll back a bit,
But, okay. Yeah.
this check was important, h5, and now bishop c6 kind of loses the purpose.
Empty move.
I mean, it's not like black is losing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Black can still do this. And now, okay,
Rook d8.
yeah, rook d8, which literally makes no sense at all. Rook e2, it does make sense.
Yep.
You're like making
Pin
more love for your
something,
king.
Yeah.
Pin the bishop. And after g4, rook e1. Not a very easy position, let me tell you this. I think the engine here is not very deep level. It also doesn't
so
understand
it's
this.
okay. But okay, if h5 makes sense. So before we were discussing, you said that black probably wants to trade the queens. So what if after h5, I'll actually try to do it. I'll go like queen e7.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The pawn on h5 could become a weakness.
Yeah.
Because if you get it wrong, you could be in trouble.
But apparently here you don't want to exchange the queens. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's a bit different. I suppose I cannot get to the pawn.
Yeah, the king is still weak. Somehow.
And our dearest engine is entertaining us with the moves like g4. f4 pin the bishop, which is understandable. Yeah, basically that's the idea.
Okay, yeah.
Thank goodness. we're witnessing humans play here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for engines everything is so easy, but here these are two human beings here, and Hagen has 15 minutes on the clock. Nikita has a bit more. I think this h5 is like a choice. You play for the win, you play h5. h6 and g5 is like a safer move.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it. I think he should have tried h5.
Yeah, if he was playing for the win. Yeah.
Now here, this already pretty much loses any checkmate ideas. The king is always getting to g6.
Yeah.
I think we are going to see a draw. I think it's getting for a draw. There's going to be some rook c8.
Because now also black again probably is fine trading the queens, because there's the king is not weak anymore.
There's at least a perpetual, I think.
Yeah.
At least, if Nikita wants this. Like
we will figure it out, because that's on the board.
Yeah, if he wants this, he could of course still play something else. Like he could play maybe... No, but I don't think he can play it. Like g4?
But the idea is after queen h4, you're also going to g6. Yeah, there's...
And I don't think that white wants to enter this endgame. It's very risky. Yeah, black keeps the rook. The king is a bit loose. There's a weakness. This bishop in e4 is a monster. White has no targets at all.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a very risky position. Like I would never ever go here with white. So he probably cannot trade the queens.
Okay, so
maybe activate the rooks, and it's gonna end with perpetual most likely. Yes, Angel already starts to favor black's position.
Yeah. And I mean, Nikita has 20 minutes to figure out if he has any chances. Yeah.
This could be a silent draw for, and I think also the players are aware what happened on top board. They know that the leaders finished in the fight.
Yeah, so nobody's running away, basically, if they do a draw. Yeah.
So, how much does either of the player want it? Because if they finish with a victory, this would give them half a point lead over anybody. And if they finish also in a draw, I think there's going to be a huge pack, like huge pack with 5.5 points out of 7.
Yeah, it's or 5.5. It's going to be them 4, the first two boards right now. And then right now there are 6 people with 4.5 points who are all playing against each other. So probably someone's going to win there at least. So there's going to be, I think, like 5 or 6 players with, 5.5 points in that case.
Nobody wants to lose this as well.
That is also true, because you're risking quite a lot. Yeah?
Right.
You can think that, okay, I do a draw, I have a chance in the next game, but if I lose it, then I'm already behind quite a lot. Yeah. Then I'm 1 point behind the leader, so and 2 rounds to go.
All right. So the action is slowly heating up. As you can see, big decisions about to be made on the second board. We might see a big change pretty soon. And I think while we have like about half an hour for the final time scramble, because there's 90 minutes for the entire game, 30 seconds per extra per every made move, we are going to make a very short break right now and then come back and see how the 7th round is going to finish. So the viewers, in the meantime, take some refreshments, and we'll be seeing you very shortly. And we're back. We're back following the action from Pärnu, Estonia, where the 6th International Paul Keres Memorial is taking place. Round 7 is approaching the time scramble. There's a huge fight on one of the top boards to determine the leader with 2 rounds to go. I'm Arturs with Margaret here. We're your hosts and we are ready to continue the commentary.
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go, and we just saw quite a big decision made by Hagen Poch, one of the tournament leaders, against the co-leader Nikita Meshkov. There's like 4 leaders right now, but 2 of them already have decided to split the point, which is Sebastian Bogner against Thomas Larushas. Here, we just saw a very cool move by Nikita Meshkov. I think I'm going to have to roll back a bit.
Yep.
This move, where after King G6, Rook D2, here Meshkov played Bishop D5.
And we got the brilliance here.
Yeah, it's a very nice move, because the idea is obviously Queen E1 check, Rook H7, and the king gets checkmated. So you cannot do that. And this prompted Poch to play Queen E8. But this position, I will pick black all day long. I don't care what the engine says. Engine says this is equal. I think that if somebody plays this position for the win, it's only black, because the bishop on c6, it can cover all the weaknesses. Black could try to get the king on g4, activate the rook. That's a weakness. That's a weakness. And I think that white desperately wants to trade the rooks. Maybe he is going to succeed and the position still remains level, but if the rook gets out, I think that black is playing for the win.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I would like to show this moment, Margaret, this bishop d5, because also wondering, why not king f2 here? Because I saw there's queen f4 check, king probably escapes to e7, but there's some even cooler continuations like rook e7.
And there's no check, Well, the black's king is without defense, but like there's just no check.
Yeah, and there's also a mate, by the way.
That's a good mate, yes.
So this bishop d5 was a very nice imagination, and I think that Poch simply missed it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
it's very easy to miss it.
Yeah, he played rook d2. His idea was to play rook d6, go for the mate, and maybe he's expecting some rook e7, maybe some bishop c6 defensive move, but not bishop d5.
Yeah, for sure.
A very, very cool move. And
Well,
after...
he kind of had to bail out, right? He didn't really have then. If king f2 doesn't work, then you don't have many other moves.
Like
Queen
none.
e1 is checkmate.
Like none. Okay, here the engine says queen b6 is a move, and after bishop c6 sacked exchange. Get out of here. Not gonna happen. Second move by engine, rook f2, walking away and going into defensive after g4 also makes no sense. So queen e8 was necessary, and after bishop c6 here, I think that this is a golden opportunity for Meshkov's try to win this.
Okay, so we were discussing that white probably wants to trade one pair of rooks, yeah? Can I try to make that happen?
So the rook on e8 is under attack. Maybe give a check. I'm going to play king h5.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Am I not walking into a checkmate? No. This was the idea. Yeah?
Yeah, but I don't have to take with the pawn.
Yeah. You take with the king and then you resign, yeah?
Yep, exactly.
All right. So I want to put the king here. I want to play f4 and activate the rook.
That's a simple plan, yeah?
Let's say you try to trade the rooks. I go here. You trade the rooks. And I'm saying no.
Yep.
I'm going to play f4, rook d8, rook d5. Easy plan.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. I really don't want to do it, but at some point, can I try to bail out a rook endgame? But, I mean, not immediately.
Maybe this.
Yeah.
With some rook d6 check ideas?
Yeah.
I could play f4.
Yep.
You could give me a check. I'm playing king h5.
You'll go king g4, and I can't really defend against it. Yeah.
For black, it's zero risk.
Yeah.
Zero risk position. That's the part where, by the way, this was played. Rook e6, king h5. That's the part where the engines are completely helpless. Like, they don't understand this.
Yeah.
Here, white has literally no ideas. like to play for the win. Like g3, king g4, f4. The bishop on c6 is such a powerful piece.
Yeah.
Maybe white has to sack the exchange.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Try to bail out, but
Yeah.
I'm not even forced to allow you to do that. I think, like if you go rook.
Yeah, here
okay.
instead of king f2, let's say rook d6. Let's say here.
Yeah, try to
takes. But you could easily also get it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, rook a7 is a move, but
yeah, also there's so much activity. Yeah, I can even try to sack that.
yeah.
Now I have king g3, so that's
So you cannot do that.
If you don't get the pawn back, then.
And this could be like.
Yeah, for. Okay.
Cannot like this.
Tell, but.
Not super clear.
Different move order.
f4, but why is this winning again?
Some check on king g3, I guess. Yeah. Yep. And now you can't really protect against both the g2 and the mate on somewhere.
Wait.
What is?
Right. You're in a passive defense.
Yeah, and that's the wrong pawn to be in a passive defense.
Right. Okay. Yeah. This is winning. For example, a6. You go here. You go here. Check here. f2.
Yep.
This is pretty known position. Okay, with the pawn on a6, it's a bit confusing to me. Like I try to understand what does it matter, but here it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, so can't bail out. He went
king f2.
Yep.
King g4 is a pretty easy move.
Logical, yep.
And maybe he perch wants to trade the pawns, like rook d4, f4, g3. Like just to trade the pawns so that the pawn is not under attack. And then Meshkovs is going to activate the rook. Takes, and maybe rook f6, yeah, gives black, white an equality. So I think that this position is probably even an easy draw if black gives up the pawn but keeps the rook on the board as well.
Okay. Yeah.
But of course, I don't think it's going to happen, and Poch is going to have to be really careful here.
Yeah. I mean, luckily he has some time left. It's not like he's playing on increments, so he has time to figure out the defending system or his plan.
Yeah, and I think he's definitely regretting right now. He's regretting the moment when, okay, queen d8 was not an obvious mistake, that he didn't try the h5 idea to keep the king boxed.
Yeah, that he took on hg. This one.
Right. And I think he expected it's going to somehow finish with perpetual.
Yeah, he was probably like this. We discussed it's a silent draw for.
Yeah, like queen a1, queen b2. Like he was probably expecting like there's going to be some perpetual attack, and here came the shocker. Yeah, this bishop d5, and suddenly he had to trade the queens. This was not the plan.
Yep.
Bishop e4 is played by Meshkovs.
I say the computer is slowly like approving and approving. Yeah.
I think it's gonna get even worse for white. Like that's the problem. First, why I can safely say this, because for black it's very easy to make the next moves. Like I see king g4, I'm seeing rook c7, I'm seeing rook c5, I'm seeing easy plan. So the question is, what is your plan? So what are you supposed to do? You want to trade rooks, you can't trade rooks. So then what?
I'll maybe try again to bail out, but I'm not sure what is that rook endgame.
With rook endgame.
If I'll go to rook d4 now, try to bail out like this.
Yeah, but then you're simply down a pawn.
Yeah, I'll take
like this. Yeah, maybe this makes sense.
I'll go to the either b file or 7th, depending where you.
God, I'm gonna torture you forever.
I know. I'm not very happy about this, especially considering the position I had. Right, like it didn't feel like white is forced to when we had still the queens and rooks on the board.
But maybe you're right. Maybe this is the smart way, because it's like, yes, I'm not happy about it, but I also want to have an easy position to play.
Yeah.
Like, and I see all kinds of problems with my position. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's time to bail out. Like rook d4 here, takes. If black tries to go for this position, I'm hoping it's a draw.
Yeah.
Hoping it's a draw. I'm not entirely sure. And after rook b5, okay, at least I'm leading some sort of an active defense here, like king g3, etc. There's definitely going to be some suffering, but...
Yeah, that's where you spend like 8 of your 10 remaining minutes and try to...
Yeah, but I gotta tell you this, Margaret, this is not an easy choice. Like...
No, for sure, yeah. psychologically it's super hard to go for
Very
this.
difficult.
Yeah. But then you're comparing it with the option that like, okay, if I don't do that, what else am I doing, right? If I'm just going back and forth, black has a very easy plan, as we discussed. King G4, activate the rook.
Yeah.
It can get like way, way, way worse in like 2 or 3 moves.
Yeah, I agree. So maybe that's the hard choice. That's a hard choice for Bojic here, and I think he's slowly starting to realize it. Like the position he thought it's pretty safe. There might be trefoiled repetition. There's no trefoiled repetition. There's no perpetual, and now he's the one clearly trying to defend. And this bishop on e4, I think it sends like a very clear signal that
Nikita's ready to play.
yeah, of course, that he's the one who is pushing here.
And also probably if he was already thinking that, yeah, let's bail out, let's do a draw, then okay, now your opponent wants to play, like definitely not an easy situation to be.
All right. So this is a chance for Meshkov to become the sole leader of the tournament, but we're going to move on to the board number 3.
Yep.
There's still action. Denis Andriashkin, by the way, is in a time trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, and the position
So
has
a lot of stuff
really changed. So I don't think we're going to even go back, but first see what is this position.
And I have 2 bishops, but I have a lot of weaknesses with white.
And it's a material balance on the board.
Yeah.
That's a weakness. That's a weakness. King is weak. Watch out for knight f5, knight g3.
Yeah.
Watch out for e4, bishop e5. Andriashkin is in a
that's
big
scary.
trouble here.
Yeah.
You can see him on the left corner. He's about to make a move, very nervous.
He has to make a move. He has 10 seconds and did something.
Queen c8. No, wait, what's the move?
We don't have it on the board yet. I think it's like a couple seconds delay.
It should be already arriving. And there we have Krzysztof Jakubowski.
Yeah.
Presumably finished his game because he has his jacket with him. Let me check. Who did he play against? He was playing somewhere.
He lost yesterday, so.
He just won. He just won against Sharma Isha on board number 6. By the way, maybe to give you an update, what's happening on the other boards as well. Oliver Vartyavara has lost against Gleb Pedluzny. This b4 move we discussed, it did not do him any good. The Jan Samuel Kostov finished in a draw against Reinis Valdat.
I think black was winning at some point, definitely.
Really?
I mean, the bar was all the way to black's side, but okay, I don't know what happened.
Okay. Then we have board number 8. Artyom Stolmachovs is in a big trouble with the white color against Rao Sharan. Board number 9, Daniel Fischer has some advantage against Mikelis Vingris. The players have about 9 to 12 minutes each. Board number 10, Akaki Shalamberidze versus Inna Gapanenko is about balanced. And board number 11, Nissinen against Michael Kapilov has finished in a draw. But wait, there's also a major development in the game of Toivo Keinonen against Daniel Kapilov.
Yeah.
Oh, I suggest we go straight there.
Yeah, exactly. I asked about this transmission, but meanwhile, let's go there. Okay, the king did get to g8, so some castling happened. He probably remembered it at some point, but...
So this was the position we left it.
Yeah, he did go
G6.
g6, and castles now.
Now castles. Castles, yeah. So
Yeah.
g4 apparently was a strong move before that, but
Okay,
here...
it's also still winning. Whoop.
Check. Here.
Oh. What is this?
This is getting really chaotic.
Very chaotic.
Rook takes an 8. So if you roll back a bit first, here white apparently is winning. White is winning because of g4.
Which is a very logical move in a way, yeah? Like,
Yeah. And what about knight g3?
yeah, you have to figure
You
it
take,
out.
take and trap the knight.
Okay, yeah,
Pretty
I can
logical.
get there, yeah.
So if you walk away to e7, now you play g7, and this somehow is winning. With g5, bishop b4, and you try to promote those pawns. So g7 was played. Now g4 was the win once again. And suddenly after rook b2, king e1 or king e3. Yeah, king e1 or king c1 even were the necessary moves. But this is a mistake because black could have played Rook takes an a2 with some very funny mate ideas.
Oh, but that's not so easy to understand, yeah? If you're in
No.
with 30 seconds or 2 minutes maybe, but
No, it's not. And he played exactly the same idea.
yeah.
And now bishop f3.
You think you win a tempi, yeah? You're attacking the bishop, you just
Yeah, but the
pawn
bishop
in
is
a
going to
tempi.
be ready to defend against the mate.
That's fair, yeah.
Okay, those things are really difficult to understand. This is pure chaos. Let's just watch this.
Yeah.
Here, g4 is the only move for
Only move.
Kainanen. Only move to stay alive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, black is going to win this. These pawns are blocked. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah. And I mean, you are a piece down, and yeah, like it's the one that you sacrificed and move like 10 or something. You still don't have it, yeah.
And he finds it.
Okay.
I think 94 will be played.
94, and then I have to go to bishop d1 because I don't want to get checkmated.
All right. 94 and bishop d1. I think we can expect this. The other game, let's maybe once again, just to give you a quick update where we're following these games. Meshkov has a large advantage over Hagen Puch. Puch did not sacrifice the exchange.
Yeah.
Difficult choice. Kazakowski is having some advantage, but he's not winning yet. So those are the other two boards at the top. Everybody else is playing lower.
Yep. So he didn't go knight d4. He went to e3. I mean, the same. Probably still some checkmating motifs.
Still checkmate motifs here.
Yep.
It's so difficult to play this because white has like 2 minutes. Black has 2 minutes. Yeah.
Whoa! What is?
Whoa!
What
Bishop
is this?
c6.
That's cool, but it's kind of insane as well. Yeah.
Oh, there's so many things hanging here. Okay, this is going to be pure chaos now. Who is gonna figure it out? Rook c2 check, king b3, rook b8
That
is
makes
bishop
a lot
b5. There's some bishop
yeah,
b5.
and I can't take knight f1 because then my rook on c2 is hanging.
Actually, the line continues. Look at this. Rook c2 check, king b3, rook b8, bishop b5, bishop takes on b5. I think I'm gonna take on e3. No, wait. Rook f8 check.
Oh, you can't stop the pawn anymore.
Takes, and
That's
h7.
nice.
Very easy to miss.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. These lines are impossible to calculate in seconds. Like
sure.
you just guess basically.
Yeah, I mean, Taiwo being a really good blitz player, but I mean, it's still.
I'm not sure it's really gonna matter here who is the
Yeah.
better blitz player. I think what matters here is who calculates the lines better.
Yeah.
So it's been a pretty crazy game. Toivo was winning before, and then Kopilov was winning himself, and now both players are below 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay, Angel says also some rook a3
a3
check, knight c4 take on c6, but I mean these pawns. Watch out for the rook f8 idea, h7, h8.
Yep, for sure. So one of your rooks probably has to stay on the 8th, yeah?
Totally crazy. We don't see them on the camera because I think they're somewhere
They're board 4, I think.
board
or
4 right
something, yeah.
next to it. We
Yeah.
don't see them.
Okay, rook c2 is played.
Okay,
Also with just a few seconds.
still good. King b3 is the only move. I'm not sure what
yeah,
Kanan
legal.
here is even thinking.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, now rook b8 makes sense, yeah? What else do you do?
And
You
bishop
can't-
b5.
Yep, that's...
We might see the blunder. We might see this. And now, only move. Not x and f1. Only move.
Yeah. I guess if you see the rook f8, then you make knight
Yeah,
f1
but you
because
have
you...
like 40 seconds, right?
Exactly. That's
what do
the
you-
issue, slight issue.
What do you see? I mean, this is so natural. You feel like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm about to win the game.
Yeah, because you don't know what the evaluation is. Right?
You don't. So, the line continues with knight x and f1. King
Yeah.
takes on c2.
Yep.
That's the position.
My knight is trapped there.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Angel says it's a draw. So we're not gonna argue. So 10 seconds.
Okay, he took it, yeah.
He found it.
Okay, king c2 is gonna be
Only
played
move?
immediately, yeah.
Only move. White is still down a piece.
Yeah.
Pure chaos here.
I mean, you still can't take on b5 twice, so...
How is this a draw even? I don't get it. No, it should be white. White is winning somehow, no? Ah, d5, d4. You saved the
Okay.
knight. You saved
yeah,
the
you
knight.
have to save your knight, yeah.
Actually, it is possible to pick up. And
Yeah, you just have to make some moves, and then if your rook is
anybody
not
can still
main,
win this.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And let's say, what does the g5 even do? d4.
Protects the pawn or something. Yeah.
What's the idea?
Can I go g3? G6. Sorry.
Yeah, but what's the threat? Knight d3 and I'm gonna go knight f5 and
now you
sacrifice
want
and
to
sacrifice. I think black's playing for the win here.
Yeah. I mean, as long as he, okay, d5 is played, which kind of, I guess, is logical if you figure out that you have to save your knight.
I would say that here Kopilov is very close. I mean, Engine surprisingly even gives some advantage, some minor advantage to white, but I would say from a practical point of view,
yeah,
white easily can misplay this. So Engine says rook f3, rook f4.
Which is not going to be happening for sure.
Because rook f3, let's say rook f3, knight h2, rook f4, there's e5.
Yeah.
Why I'm doing this?
Yeah.
Why I'm walking under knight x on g4, it's never ever gonna happen. No, I don't believe it. I think that for Toivonen and g5, g6 kind of makes sense, or maybe put the pawn on g5 and just see what happens. But like you see, black's moves far more easier than yours.
Yeah, that's the issue with 30 seconds. Okay.
An update in the game Pitch against Nikita Meshkov. I think this game is gonna be a bit slower. They still have the same endgame. Meshkov is the one who is pushing. Kazakowski against Andrei Yashkin. Kazakowski has an advantage. Andrei Yashkin is playing on 1 minute. Kazakowski has 7, so the top seeded player is the favorite in the game.
Yeah.
We're following this game. And then let me see if some other games have finished. Tolmachevsk has lost against Rao Sharan. Anything else? Daniel Fischer has a better position against Mikolas Vingris. And Akaki Shalamberidze against Gapanenko is a level position.
Okay, so he did pick up rook f3.
He did pick it up.
I mean, still he has to play rook f4, but now it's a bit easier because you don't want to give away the g4 pawn, so...
Yeah, that's very impressive then. That he did find it. But wait, after rook f4, what about d4? I'm gonna shut off your rook from the game. Rook f4, d4, and then I play e5.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are strong pawns, but they might be easily be picked up.
Yeah, if your knight gets back.
Also notice king h7 is impossible. There's always going to be rook f8, and black is unable to play rook g8 because I would love to collect these pawns.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're not getting picked up easily. There's also a rook g3 move. Try to keep the rook contained, or rook f4. Rook f4 jumps under these moves. Rook g3 feels safer. And that's what Toivo is thinking here. I don't think there's anything else.
I mean,
maybe
you have to protect it.
Rook f6, rook e6 is also a move. Play for a draw.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it is a move. I don't know what he's gonna do. Rook g3 played. Yeah, I'm not sure.
The idea is now you want to go g5, I guess.
d4. Now this knight is getting here.
Yeah, so you're actually not trapping it.
So Kanan just made a mistake.
Yep. But it's not like completely losing yet, so...
Not sure we can trust Engine's depth here. So d4 secures the knight's jump.
Yeah.
So g5, knight f1, knight e3.
Yep.
King b3, he activates the king.
Okay.
I'm afraid it's gonna go nowhere. Because knight f1, knight e3 stops the king from getting to c4.
But if, I can't do it immediately.
And also, rook takes on b5 becomes a thing at some point. So here, black already is winning.
That's how easy it was, to blunder in the position.
No, I mean, he just played it with 9 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nice idea. Rook takes on b5, play king c4, king c5.
Yep.
Other games are still ongoing. None of the other games have finished.
Yeah, I think maybe let's...
I want to sit here for
Yeah,
until
'cause
a moment to see.
Yeah, because look, something's gonna happen here.
Right. Because the other leader fight, Meshkov against Hagen Poich, it's a bit slower paced.
Yeah, they're gonna play the end game for a long time.
Also, I would like to at some point to check Andrew Yashkin's game against Valery Kazakowski because we have him on the screen. And here, yeah, things are going completely wrong for Toivo. Rook h3, knight e3. Now, rook takes on b5 is an issue.
That's right, yeah.
e5, c4 might be a counterplay. I think Kanan is going to lose this.
Yeah, he's trying some desperado things, but I'll take the pawn, yeah.
Yeah, these pawns, that's the thing. They're not going anywhere.
As long as my rook is gonna stay and or like get back to the 8 rank at least.
Maybe there's some idea. Rook f3, g6, rook f7, h7 checkmate.
Okay, that's very wishful thinking.
It absolutely is, yeah, but what can I do?
Yeah, what else, right? So
I think now black can just take the pawn.
yeah, I'll take the pawn.
Knight f5. At some point, I'm even ready to sacrifice.
Because you have so
on
many
G7?
pawns, yeah.
Sorry?
You have so many pawns with black
Yeah.
already, yeah.
All right. All right. I think it's logical to assume that Kopilov is going to get things done, even though in the tournament, Kanan has been a bit lucky in a time scramble before. Rook takes on b5 is played. We're going to jump to the game of Denis Andryashkin against Valery Kazakowski and see what's been happening here. This is, of course, also one of the leader fights.
Okay, so trying to count the pawns. Black did win a pawn, yeah? Black is 1 pawn up.
Black is up a pawn.
Yeah.
Bishop c5 marks as the only move.
Yeah, he probably wants to take on d6.
Bishop takes on d6, queen takes on c4. I think the logic suggests that black's gonna play rook c8, keep the pawn alive. Also, I think that a very unpleasant idea could be something like e4. Takes, queen takes on c4. And I'm using the dark squares. Like something like this. e4, takes, queen takes on c4. And I'm not entirely sure how do I make it happen. But I want to build the battery of the bishop and the queen, rook g8, and just give a checkmate on h2.
Yeah, that's why opposite colored bishops are dangerous when you have queens on the board.
Yeah.
Okay, but Kosakowski is also getting lower and lower on the clock, yeah? Because he had quite a bit of time advantage, but now it's disappearing at least slowly or somewhat.
It is. It is, yeah, because Andryashkin has been leading pretty good defense. And I think already in at least several games in the tournament, he's been showing that he can handle the time pressure.
Yep, because he has gotten to the time pressure I think, almost all the games.
Yeah. So for Kazakowski, of course, this is a must-win situation because he experimented things in the opening just to get a game. Finally, he did it. We missed a good part of the middle game because we're focusing on the other games, but now he should be able to figure things out. I don't know. I have a tough choice, Margaret. I'm looking at this rook c8, but I'm also very tempted to go for the mate. Yeah, go for the e4 idea and go for the dark squares. What would you choose?
That's a good question. Probably also why he's thinking. I think maybe rook c8 is the easy move first, but then you calculate, you're like, okay, that can white just block everything? Like takes on d6, I'll go to bishop e4, and if I stand, is there anything at all? Can I crash through or not? If I get to the conclusion no, then e4 becomes more logical.
I think I would probably keep the pawn because I have a feeling I can play e4 even later.
So you don't think he can block it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure. Maybe both of them are good.
Yeah?
So, other board, Toivo Keinanen is completely losing against Daniel Kopilov because Kopilov just sacrificed a knight for 2 pawns at the king side And now the young German has a winning rook endgame. He has already 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 extra pawns in the rook endgame.
Yeah.
So he should be winning this. And for Kainanen, his luck run out.
Yeah, that's a heartbreak for him because, yeah, now he's gonna be a lot of points behind the leaders, and it was with white pieces as well. He had a good position.
And how is Kopilov? Does he has any realistic shot for the GM
That's
norm?
a good question. I can check his. The issue is he doesn't have opponents.
Oh, and he also
Yeah.
started with a couple of draws in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly, and he has had no GM opponents whatsoever. So even if he gets 2 in the last round, he's not gonna get the 3rd one.
All right. All right, and I think it's also time for us to go back to the leader fight
Whoa.
because Nikita Meshkov has made a very, very big progress. He has
Yeah.
got the pawn on a5.
To exchange the A and B pawns. Yeah.
Yeah, so Butch he should have sacrificed exchange for a pawn when he could have, like I told you, there is a chance this position will escalate. He was not willing to do it, and now he is paying the price for it.
Yeah. Okay, how easy is it? Because I still have some ideas to sacrifice it back.
Yeah, but now, wait, I'm sorry, my calculation is bad. I thought it's two, it's another pawn. No, wait, white won the pawn on b7.
Yeah, they exchanged A and B pawns.
Wait, but there's rook a2. Sorry,
Oh.
my mistake. So this was a sequence of the moves. King h4, rook e7, rook c5 here.
Yeah.
And what about rook g2? What about the pawn going for the pawn being under attack? Yeah, rook a2. Rook a2 is very clean. And I
Now
think
sack, yeah.
white cast a
I'll
sack.
try to go either e7 or b4. Not sure there's a...
And
I'll
here,
get this pawn, but I'm probably too slow, yeah. Because g4, g3, I'll get mated.
g4
I can't take the pawn. Yeah.
should be a win.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like...
Should be a win.
Yeah.
So big moment here for Meshkov. Actually, I think does he even have anything else? Like,
Yeah.
is he really considering not to play rook a2?
I mean, rook a2 is the first move you want to play, right? So...
I hope that there's no lag in the transmission because I think this rook a2 is like such a super, super obvious move.
He has 5 minutes,
Right.
so...
Yeah, I mean, technically he could, of course, play king g4, king f4,
Yeah,
avoid the exchange sacrifice.
that's fair, yeah. Maybe he's just trying to see if the rook endgame is definitely winning or not. If he figures it out it is, then it's an easy choice to go rook a2, but if he gets some, okay, maybe there are some tricks, I will try to keep it on board.
We'll see.
Yeah,
So rook b2 has to be played. Seems to be the strongest move. Might not still be as easily winning as the bar suggests, because these rook endgames, they're treacherous. Especially like, for example, this one. Why I'm saying it's treacherous, where is it?
rook a2, yeah.
Rook a2, sorry, yeah. Rook e4 takes, rook b4. I think this is what concerns Nikita right now. Rook a4, eliminate the pawn. And he's trying to figure out how easy it's to win this, because white is going to collect the pawn on a6. Technically, you have 2 pawns against 1 at the king side. Very often, they're drawish. But again, this is a very concrete position, and concretely here, you can play g4, g3. Maybe there's something else, but g4, g3 is looking really good.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, rook a2 is on the board, so he was just double checking. He left himself 4 minutes as well, which is a smart thing to do.
There should be already the exchange sack.
Okay,
No!
Probably he also figured it out that he can't do that. But...
Wait, he wants to play king h1.
Okay, yeah. And then you can't take it.
King h1 is a smart way to defend, but I'm afraid that black doesn't have to force things. a5.
Yeah,
a5,
you
a4,
just-
a3, just push the pawn
You
forward.
have the pawn, right?
And this is one of the Latvian talents, Reinis Valdats, I believe. He's watching the game, following how Nikita is doing. King f4.
Okay, so now there's no exchange sacks anymore because then you're just 2 pawns down and this king is gonna be dead.
Yeah, it is already dead. I think he just doesn't know it yet.
Maybe he does. He just...
Well, but I think we can say that everything started with this amazing move by Meshkov, this bishop d4. Let me just once again put it on the screen, where White felt that he is safe. He played in this position, rook d2, thinking about rook d6 idea, go for the mate, and he probably expected there's going to be some perpetual check like queen a1, king f2, queen e5, etc. There came the shocker, this bishop d5, enabling queen e1 check, rook h7, and White simply didn't have anything better than to trade queens, which is something that the German grandmaster did not want to do. And here at the critical phase, I think he had to sacrifice the exchange. On e4, go and suffer the rook game. He decided not to do it, and now he's just losing.
And then it was a really good call by Nikita to start playing for the win at the right moment.
Yeah, I think Nikita he feels these positions really well. I can definitely tell this firsthand because I have played also, of course, my fair share of games against Nikita. And I've also made a mistake. Like, I think, okay, now, you only think about yourself. Like, okay, I can't do anything anymore. Let's just make a draw. And then at some moment, Nikita says, no, listen, I want to play for the win.
Yep.
Right, so he knows how to do it.
And then win with black pieces. He's gonna be half a point ahead of everyone else. Gets White the next round. Definitely, in a good position.
So White's in a sort of a zugzwang. The king cannot move. Rook takes on g2 will be done with a check.
Yeah.
The rook cannot move from the 4th rank. There's going to be either bishop g2 or rook g2. You choose. You cannot play rook takes on g2 immediately because of rook e4, king takes on g2. So this is what he wants. He wants to play rook d2. But what about g4, g3, play for the checkmate? Wait, you need to watch out for the rook trade. But the rook can always go to a5. So I think I can do this.
Okay.
A rook d2. I'm going to give you, I don't know, do I need this check or not? Maybe even this.
Okay. Well,
I missed something, yeah?
Looks this way. This has to be something. I mean, it's not equal, but it's...
What did I miss?
What is this?
What did I miss?
That's alright.
So g4 is a mistake.
Oh.
Okay, you can stop it by playing king e3.
Okay, that's simpler, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you keep the tension here and the pawn is dropping.
And then let's move it.
King e3 is just killing. Yeah, king e3 immediately kills. King g3 is also a move, by the way. And king e3.
Played. Yeah.
I think we could see...
Yeah, let's check the camera.
A resignation. Because here, White's position simply collapses.
Yeah.
The pawn on g2 is dropping.
You can't sacrifice anything anymore. Makes no sense.
Yeah, this is very precise. Let me very quickly check an update on the other games. Andriy Yashkin is still fighting and he's still holding on against Valery Kazakowski. He's not making it easy. And Kazakowski is down to the last minute. Kainanin has lost against Daniel Kapilov.
Okay, so we didn't get a resignation. Some rook d6 still. You still can't take with the rook, but you can take with a bishop, I would assume.
Yeah, of course. Bishop takes on g2, bishop e4. Easy moves.
Go back.
I mean, first thing I think Nikita is going to check, is there a forcing win? I mean, if there's no forcing win or checkmate, of course, I'm just going to take the pawn and see what happens.
He did. At least from the hand movement, it looked like he took the pawn. Yeah.
King g1 is played, and now the bishop is going to go back.
Yeah, the easiest. Not to allow any type of checks on d3 or anywhere.
So, bishop e4, g4, g3. I think this is also one of those moments when black is like pretty okay to trade the rooks because he has so many passed pawns, but I think he's going to see whether he needs to do it. We are watching the final moves
Bishop went back.
of the game. Yeah, bishop b4. So maybe I'm gonna move on to the other game.
Yep.
Andriy against Kazakowski, because we have the one on the camera and we can still follow what's going on in Meshkov's game. So this is the current position.
Bishop g4 was the only move. Yeah, otherwise you get checkmated.
Queen f6 retreats. And now it's again material balance on the board.
Yeah.
h5 is a big threat, winning a piece.
But it didn't work last because there was queen h6 checkmate. Just
Yeah, let's show it on the board.
Detail, yeah.
h5, queen h6 is the mate on the board. So queen f6. Now this once again becomes a threat.
Okay, I'll maybe like.
Watch out, by the way, bishop b4, bishop d6 threat.
That's what I was thinking. I'll go away with my king, but that doesn't solve the issue. Okay, he does.
Still not so clear. Like, Kazakowski has been very close to winning for most part of the second part of the game, and yet Andriy always finds some reasons. And by the way, there Hagen Pochki resigns.
Yeah.
Nikita Meshkov becomes the sole leader of the 6th Paul Keres Memorial with 6 points out of 7.
Yeah, really good results so far. Okay.
Let me very quickly check any other updates, other boards. Kostov against Valdes. I think I already mentioned this. It's a draw. Tolmachov's lost against Raucharan. I think I mentioned this. Fischer did not capitalize on his advantage against Mikeles Vingris and finished in a draw. Akaki Shalamberidze is a draw against Gapanenko. And Nissinen against Kapilov is also a draw. Quite a few draws today.
That's true. But it's not like they were quick draws, so they were all very fighting and some people like at some point winning, so.
Right. Yeah, sometimes it's weird how it happens, you know. In certain rounds, white is dominating. In other rounds, black is winning all the games.
Yeah.
In some games, all the games are drawn. Like feels like there's some pattern now, but it's completely random.
Yeah.
a3.
Okay, I guess protecting against bishop b4, because I think black went a5, so that was his plan, to rearrange the bishop.
Yeah. Okay. Here, I think black has definitely a considerable advantage, but Kazakowski wants to include the bishop in the game. He wants to play h5 somehow. Also, do not underestimate the d pawn rolling forward.
For sure.
The rook in e2 is stuck. Do you play a4? Do you play... What do you do here? You have only 20 seconds on the clock. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he just makes a move and asks what's white's move.
Bishop c1. So his idea is still the same. Bishop a3, bishop d6.
Although you're giving away the e-pawn at that point, so you have to be careful that there is something concrete, yeah?
I don't know. I don't want to give up the pawn on e3. I want to put the bishop on d6 at the same time and keep the pawn on e3 alive.
But how are you going to do that? That's for Kazakowski to figure out, yeah?
That's for them to figure it out.
Okay, 20 seconds for Andriy. He needs a move, and it's actually not easy to find a move. I mean, are you going a4? You just went a3.
Let me see if I can actually increase the better angle of the camera.
Make them a bit bigger, yeah?
Yeah, so that you do have a bit better angle.
Yeah, I did go queen e4 with 4 seconds left on his clock.
There you go.
So he's trying to, in a way, provoke that, okay, you can take a3. Are you ready to sacrifice the e3 pawn? Which Valery has 20 seconds to figure out.
Part of my editing skills, they're basically non-existent during the live coverage.
But this is really nice, yeah.
That's the best I can do.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, Valery did take the a3 pawn. To do anything at all, I guess I have to take e3. Feels like white's
I think I
king.
can even improve it better. You see, I'm really trying for your viewing experience. Even larger. There you go.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. He took with the queen. Bishop to 6. Now the question is there anything concrete?
Maybe
Okay.
there's no need for something concrete because now he has an outside pawn.
Okay.
He can play a4, a3, a2. He can play h5. I mean, white is very, very close to be lost, as you can also see the evaluation bar confirms that black is completely winning. I think here you're looking for some sort of tactical shot, like h5, h5, queen a1, something like that.
Work immediately.
But a4, a3, I think it's just a very safe move. Very safe move.
Yeah. Okay. Just thinking. 10 seconds. Yeah, a4 was played.
Yeah, it's a nice pragmatic move.
Yeah, asking white, what are you gonna do now? Yeah. Because the pawn is going to get to a3.
Also, the difficulty for white is that there's no easy moves for him. Like the king cannot move, the bishop cannot move. He maybe wants to get the queens off the board, but rook c2 perhaps. Try to trade them off, but black would reject him. Even if he trades rooks, maybe he's going to lose the endgame because the farther wants a pawn. I think it's safe to assume that Kazakowski is going to do it, unless in the time scramble he's going to hallucinate something.
Okay, we've sacked a lot of exchanges already, so what if I go rook a2? With the idea that you go a3, I will sack that as well.
That's actually pretty good thinking. So takes, and hope this is okay to hold.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, and probably it's not, but it might be my only shot, yeah.
Something like queen d4, activate the rook and go for the checkmate.
Yeah.
It's losing. It's losing. You can't do that. But you gotta try something.
Yeah. G3, G2.
Alright. Rook G2, he covers the king. At least he's thinking, what if I trade the rooks? What if I trade the rooks and maybe get the bishop somewhere on c4? It's suffering. a3, I think it looks very good here.
Because then you can't trade the rooks. Yep.
Yeah, a3, very easy move. It's actually really nice textbook position, Margaret, because very often at the club level, many players think that obstacle of bishops is just a draw. It's such a draw. No, I'm afraid it's not a draw. Whoever told you that? No, it's not a draw. The only moment when there's really big drawish tendencies for obstacle of bishops, this is when you have only the bishops left.
Yeah.
If we disappear all the heavy pieces, white holds the pawn on a3, we can talk about some draw, sure.
Yeah.
Every other position, no, absolutely not. Queen e5, rook b. Oh, rook b is such a nasty move.
Yeah, because you're threatening some rook b2, rook b1, whichever it's.
Yeah, big threats. I think rook b1 is a very big threat. This king is in trouble. So potentially, if Kazakowski is going to win this, we might see a clash, Kazakowski against Nikita Meshkov in the next round, unless there's going to be some better colors. Maybe a bit too early to tell.
But there's quite a few people with 5.5. Maybe Meshkov will get Wagner, their colors match.
I see actually a lot of colors will be broken.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's maybe wait until the finish of the game, because I checked very quickly. Most players who have 5.5 points, even Meshkov's play with a black color. Kazakowski plays with a black color. Kopilov played this round with a black color. Podluzhny played with a black color. I mean, literally every single leader just played with black color, and somebody's going to have to play twice with black in a row.
Yeah. But they are going to play against each other, because Meshkov's is half a point ahead, but then there's 5 people with 5.5 points. I mean, assuming that Kazakowski will win this. So then Meshkov's get one of those, and they will somehow will divide the colors, yeah?
Yeah.
The opponents.
Kazakowski seems to be very close.
Yeah, now also the d5 pawn is under attack. Not even sure you would want to take it, but why not?
Right. Bishop f3. It's not really about the pawn on d5. Like
more about
white
the
at least
hand, no.
opens up the g file to have some counterplay. And
Yeah.
if Andriashkin could duke, he could even maybe include f6.
Yeah, some cheap tricks still to keep it complicated. Okay, do you still go rook d? You can't. Oh, see, your cheap tricks would have worked. I would have gone rook b2 and gotten checkmated.
Yeah. Don't blunder. Don't blunder checkmate in one. That's
Yeah.
why there's the bishop f3 move. Queen d3.
Whoa. What?
Queen d3. You missed queen a1 check. Wait a second. Queen a1 check. Now the question is, does Kazakowski see this unexpected check? And now the question is, does Andriashkin see this? Because this bishop on f3 opened him amazing possibilities here. And queen a1 is only rook b2. He missed it.
Where's the rook g2 back?
He missed it.
No.
Oh my goodness. I think right now, I think Kazakowski saw this.
Yeah.
He saw this. He saw queen a1. He's never going to allow to slip this again. You cannot
sure.
lose your concentration.
Yeah.
I think there's something like rook b1 or queen b1. Sealing the deal, queen b1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're playing, when you're the one who plays from the stronger player's perspective, and you see something like queen a1, your heart basically stops.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, let's just put it on the analysis screen. This was the moment here. Suddenly there was queen a1 check, and this check, black's only move is rook b2. And the funny part is, after rook takes on b2, of course, black can still play it on, because queen x and f3 is impossible. Rook
Yeah.
g2
I think
check.
that's what he missed, Andriashkin.
No, he simply missed queen a1.
I think you missed the whole
Of
move.
course,
I think he
of
missed
course.
it, maybe, yeah.
No, I think he missed this. Otherwise, he would just totally go here.
Yeah.
So he would totally go here, and after here, I mean, this position is just a draw. Yeah, queen e2 or
you can
something.
play, but this is the only bishop set game we were talking about. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Now, do you see the camera? Did he resign or? Yeah, he resigned.
He resigned.
Yep.
Well, that basically happened one move before, like one move before resignation. Andriashkin had a chance to escape the draw and play queen a1. He missed it. He was defending for really
Heartbreaking
long.
for him, though. Yeah.
It was this close,
Yeah.
and it was still not enough.
And he will go and he will check and he will know. Yeah.
He will know. Of course, he will know.
Yeah.
Or probably it's even worse. Somebody will tell him.
Yeah.
That's usually what friends do. Yeah. So
Yep.
they always tell you, you had this, why do
Exactly.
you do this?
Yeah.
Why do you do this? All right. And this means that round 7 of the Paul Keres Memorial is officially over. We have a new leader. His name is Nikita Meshkov. He defeated Hagen Puch with the black color in a very exciting Sicilian Sveshnikov. He has 6 points out of 7. And then we have quite a few players with 5.5 points. And what makes it really unique, that every single one of them just played with the black color.
Apart from Bogner, yeah.
Yeah, Bogner, I think, is the only one, because there's
One
like
with
5
white,
people.
And then there's, yeah.
Everybody played with the black color.
Yep.
And with this, we are concluding our coverage for round number 7. I would like to make a very short reminder. There is going to be another round later today. It starts in exactly 2 hours, but our coverage is going to start 1 hour later. So in 3 hours, the viewers, we're going to be back with round number 8. We're going to see Nikita Meshkov, I think, is going to play with white color, because the rules are that for the leader, the colors change. So he's going to face most likely either Kazakowski or Sebastian Bogner or somebody really strong. But we, dear viewers, we're saying goodbye to you for now, and we hope that you're going to come back in several hours to follow us live from Pärnu, Estonia. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, but see you in 3 hours.